Testing, testing. 1, 2.
Syphilis. Syphilis.
Syphilis. What?
Hello and welcome to the Yacht Club, the weekly show where we talk about all things Star Citizen, and we do it in style, all while trying to not spill our drinks. We see this show as the weekly Bar Citizen, the virtual Bar Citizen, which right now is kind of important because there's no Bar Citizens meeting in person around the globe currently. So we really appreciate you guys stopping in. We hope that you get a good amount of time to get some social time in, which is more important right now during these days. So thanks for joining us. Hope you have a good time. Let's talk a little bit about how the show works, and then we'll go ahead and introduce the crew. So if you have questions, preface your question with the word question in brackets, parentheses. We will then take that out. Our illustrious mods, T-Nightser and Vengeance, will take those questions and put them into a form for us to go over at the end of the show. Also, you can put them in chat, or you can go to yachtclubsc.com, and there's a link towards a question form there if that's easier for you. Okay, for the next little while, we're going to talk about what are the hottest topics, what's been happening in the community, as well as the weekly news on what's been happening, all of Star Citizen's outputs and communications that they've done to the community. So we'll cover all of that for the last week. So while we go into that, tell us about what you guys are drinking in chat, and we'll comment on that and let you know what we're drinking and how things are going. So we do have a special guest this week.
If you haven't noticed,
as we do most weeks. This is Rice Maiden.
Like,
Rice
who the
Maiden,
hell
thanks for
is
joining
that
us,
guy?
man. It's really great to have you. So
Yeah.
tiny
Oh,
little,
sorry, I already ruined it.
tiny little bit about Rice Maiden. Rice Maiden does a lot of amazing models. He did some of the Dragonfly models and other models before JRDF came onto the scene and started doing a lot more official models with.
He
with
did
Star
it before
Citizen.
it was cool.
Yeah. I know a few of the guys actually watching the show right now, like Jay the Brown has an awesome.
Oh, that's right. We still haven't stolen that back from him.
Oh, I really want that.
I know.
He's got an amazing Dragonfly model, and just even the case it came in is so cool. But I've been following Rice Maiden and his work for a couple of years now, and a lot of his stuff is really amazing. And he does a lot more stuff too. So he's a real maker at heart. And so what we want to do is we want to find out a little bit today about some of the stuff he's doing towards the end of the show. So stick around. In addition to whatever ships we give away today, there'll be a chance to really understand, what the spotlight is on a community member that's really stepped up and has really become one of us. One of us. All right. So why don't we go around the table, starting with Rice Maiden. Rice Maiden, tell people a little bit about who you are and then what you're drinking. And of course, more importantly, who are you wearing today?
Hey, Mystic. Thanks for that tip.
Oh, thanks, Mystic.
You're wearing your Polaris shirt.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was like, the hoop part threw me off. I was like,
are you wearing Versace or? It's the red carpet.
Wearing RSI today.
Yeah.
I'm wearing an original Jeremiah Lee.
Oh gosh.
So I'm Rice Maiden. I'm your humble local Oregonian, and I'm just.
I'm waiting for Doc Murray to roll over dead on that one. Oregonian. Is that a real word?
Yeah, that's what. That's
okay, fair enough. All right, go on. Sorry.
It is, and I don't understand why people mispronounce it, but it's just the way it is. I'm a mechanical engineer by trade. I've kind of been a maker of crap all my life, and I think what was it? It's been it was winter of 2016 when I started doing models, and I think I was just really drunk, and I saw the M50 and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna build a model of that for kicks and giggles, and I pounded out the entire thing in one evening, and was like, that's a thing, and then it just kept going after that. So here we are 4 years later, and I'm like, okay, I've done something, and now I have to store all of the things that I've done, and that's a problem. So trust me, there are 4 cargo tough totes downstairs with models in them, and it's a problem.
Well,
it really is.
I think that as we go through the show, if you really have a problem, with those, we might be able to find people that go to good homes.
Find homes for them.
Honestly, and I know CIG is not listening to this right now.
No,
never.
If you randomly was in my town, I would just give you a model. I'd be like,
nice.
Take it off of my hands.
Thanks, Delamar.
Thanks, Delamar.
Don't tell Toast.
Hey, Delamar, thanks for the tip, man.
So, So that's basically the short of it. I've been doing less models as of late, kind of life stuff, and I've been trying my best to build my own IP, if you will, to build kind of my own line of models and do my own thing. I'm still very much in the Star Citizen community, and I'm actually working on a very big model of the Idris right now, but it's like a multi-month project. So. That's kind of taken up most of my time. So hopefully at some point later this year, that will come to be, and everyone will be like, wow, that's big.
Now we know why we haven't heard from him for 6 months.
Nice.
He's not building a bomb. He's just building another model.
Yeah. I figure it's been 4 years. I might as well, make my, what's it called? Your opus or your grand masterpiece. So
Oh boy.
this will probably
And you chose an Idris?
Yeah. I mean,
died.
I guess if I wanted to do like a javelin or a retribution later, I'd one up myself, but that's like a year-long project at that point. So
yeah, that would be sweet.
So this evening I am drinking a Deschutes Brewing The Abyss. Let me hold that up to the webcam. It's probably backwards. This is the port edition, the one that is aged in port wine barrels, and it is very delicious. So, and obviously, to answer the, I believe it's an imperial stout. Yeah, it's an imperial stout brewed with blackstrap molasses, licorice, cherry bark, and whole vanilla beans.
Not half.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Well, it's
that's a serious beer.
Deschutes Brewing is a major brewing house in Portland and Oregon. So you see a lot of their beers all over Oregon. And then if you live in Oregon, it's probably a good chance you've had Deschutes Brewing. So and then as Stim said, I am wearing my RSI Polaris shirt in the hopes that it comes sometime in my lifetime.
Oh God, you and me both, man.
Pretty sure it will. How about you, Doc? How are things going for you? What are you drinking?
Things are going all right. A member of one of my other orgs just recently died.
Yeah.
Which is sad. So
Blues?
he's not gonna get to CSC. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about Blues. That was pretty sad news.
Yeah.
Was it from the virus or was it just?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
well, at least that's good.
Brain cancer, I think.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Probably brain cancer.
Shame, man.
Not one you can fight back too far from.
Yeah.
Rough.
And that all happened on my kid's birthday. So.
So Crunch is asking our Blues, and I'm guessing that's right. Yeah. Ah, crappy.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. The Jump Club.
I guess he's in Jump Club too, isn't he?
He's in several different communities.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
so that's what happened this week.
Pour one out a little bit, I guess. Eh? Damn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not drinking anything right now for some reason.
For some reason. Well, that's not good. You should get something to drink, man.
Yeah, I should. I got some Macallan.
At least, Macallan, or I mean, even your old standby of water is better than nothing.
Even your old standby water.
I've got water.
A little bit of H sub 2O.
I always have water.
Joran, how's your week going, buddy?
It's going fairly well. I had to go up to North Florida to take care of my wife. I go back and forth, and she's been up here for several weeks. And with the whole virus scare and whatnot, she is already a germophobic, obsessive compulsive, anxiety disorder, bipolar kind of person. So this hasn't been real good for her mental state.
Talk about throwing gas into a fire.
So SCJYYNX says toast to blue. You guys want to do one real quick?
Toast. Yeah.
Raise a glass.
Toast to blue.
To any one of our Star Citizen brothers that fall.
Or sisters.
Toast to blue. He's a good nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die someday. Make the most of it.
Good nerd.
Every second.
Yeah.
But we don't have to do that, so we can talk all cool stuff about it when you do.
I mean, it's honestly amazing how much this community steps up when somebody passes away or somebody's in hardship. Because I think it was I can't remember. It was about a month or so ago. Another prominent member of a big org passed away, and they did a whole tribute. And it was amazing to see that kind of response. And it's like there's not many other communities out there that would do that for a member that has been a part of the game. And every single backer in this game is important. And so even one person in hardships, passing away, is a big thing for the community, and that's amazing.
Yeah, agreed.
We've got a lot of good friends here.
We just had Deceiverak put in a toast here with 5,000 cheer. So really
very nice. Thank you.
So toast to those who will not see this game live, but loved it anyways. May we see you in the stars. Really, really well said, Deceiverak.
Yeah,
really well
very
said.
nice.
Well said. Well said.
And then we had a sub from Insidian.
Yeah,
hey, Insidian, good to see you, man.
And thanks for that, man.
Awesome, buddy.
3 months.
Great member of our community there, very active.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I should say when we have this opportunity that for those that are tuning in for the first time, all of the money that comes into this channel goes straight back to the community. So sometimes we do charity, but when we're not doing a charity, it's always going right back to the community in the form of a giveaway. We do those giveaways at the end of every show. Shadowkin, where are we sitting at right now? Is that $32.28 accurate?
Yep.
Awesome. So
I did my job before the show, man.
Right on. Dr. Murray, did you read the
Hey, let's not go too far.
we have time. We'll get there.
There's a lore post?
It's always a lore post.
Oh, we're gonna read it
out
aloud.
late yesterday.
So all the money goes back in the form of ship giveaways. We do also we're coming up with a merch store for pins and our challenge coin pretty soon. We've got some shirts, which are really cool designs coming out. So that should be a lot of fun as well. I'm not sure exactly what's happening with all those proceeds, but the vast majority of it, if not all of it, are definitely going to go back to the community as well. So that's the way we like to roll here.
The only thing we're taking out for a little bit is the past shipping, because it was pretty astronomical. But we're going to work that all out. So, but other than that, everything else goes back to you guys.
Yeah, but even if it's shipping, that's still all the money going back.
Oh
We're not keeping
yeah.
any of it.
Of course
it's all
not.
going back to the community and making sure that we get coins to
we have nothing to spend it on anyway.
we all are working, so
yes.
Hopefully we keep those jobs.
Yeah.
But that being said, this is not for profit. This is for us. And that being said, we do a couple of fun things in order to make sure that we can reach some big numbers and give away some fun ships. So one of the things that we do is if you donate $25 or more, what we'll do is we'll change the name of one of the show hosts for the duration of the show to whatever you want it to be. So
Judge was just asking about that, if we had a holdover from last week. I think we do.
Oh, we do.
T-Neister might have
T-Neister would
know
what that is. Yeah.
He's the only one. He is seriously the only person that pays attention to the show.
T. Couldn't do it without him.
That's what a good mod does. Thanks, T. We'll get that probably here soon.
Right on. Yes. Okay, so back to the show. Shadowkin, you, sir. Well, actually, hold on. Before we do that, I think I interrupted you, Joran. You were talking about your week. It's the fact that you're wearing that special agent earpiece that really...
Yeah, I know, he looks so different. He looks so
changed
small.
Your dynamic on the
show. I suddenly don't trust him.
Smaller too. It's a lot smaller than when I normally wear this.
Yeah.
But since I'm out of town, I brought my streaming gear as much as I could, but I'm working from my laptop, and I brought my one of my extra monitors. And so I was trying to get everything plugged in before the show, and it wouldn't read my headset mic. I could hear fine from the headset, but the mic, I did everything. It would not pick up the mic at all. So I had just ordered this from Amazon yesterday, and I wasn't expecting it in until tomorrow, since I'm going to be remoting from up here for like 7 to 10 days while I try to help my wife to calm down through this process, make sure that she's okay and she can stay sequestered here for the next month or so. Luckily this came in today, and I'm actually calling in on Discord from my phone. So it's not great quality, but at least I'm actually here. And then I was having issues with the camera, and that's working. So luckily I'm actually here.
Yeah. We were not sure he was going to make it. This isn't working. This isn't working. This isn't working.
Fall apart. Nothing's working. Nothing's working.
Like, well, I'll prepare the forescene.
5 months.
It's kind of like a normal evening in Star Citizen.
Yeah. Or a normal evening on the Yacht Club.
What's the workaround? What do you work around? How do I work around this Minecraft?
Here,
always
you
a way.
hold this wire while you put your tongue in here. There, that'll do it.
Didn't they change servers already? I want to change servers.
Yeah.
Chowson tipped 890.
Yeah, we got a hype train going, people. Hype train!
Oh, nice one.
6,000.
I don't even know if I have any bits. Oh my god,
Does
Why do I-
anybody remember who
why do I have 7,000
who tipped
bits?
the name change last week?
I don't think they're here. I tried to look back
Yeah, I
in the
don't-
show notes.
Yeah,
but I
we
didn't
definitely want to
see who
save it for
was.
when they're around, because that's part of the
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, well, if it wasn't Jed, he was just remembering for somebody else. So hopefully they'll remember for us the next time. So we'll make a note for whoever remembers.
Hey, Solar Mute. We had a couple tips come in there. Shaozin, Solar Mute, and then I just threw in 100
Hey,
bits
right on,
to
Solar.
keep the train going.
Thanks for the resub, Comic Stud.
Hey,
Nice,
Incendian.
man.
Thanks. Awesome. Keep the train going.
Nice.
Woohoo! We hit 3 or 4 last time. I don't remember.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Anyway.
Oh, Comic Stud gave tipped his hat to Spectre with a sub. Nicely done, brother.
Nice. Woo woo.
Nice.
Speaking of which, Spectre, why were you not subbed? Do we have to?
That's a good point.
We need to have a
He
talk.
spent all his
That's
money
a
on
good
alcohol 2
point.
weeks ago.
Oh, he did.
You're-
Yeah.
There you go.
Your Broseph
There we
Rice
go.
Maiden's coming on the show.
I'm pretty sure he's not actually working right now, so we'll let him off the hook this time. Hey,
Yeah,
Desariac,
there
thanks
we
for
go.
the.
Rack.
Oh, and
All
the.
right.
Got it.
Yeah,
You
thanks
got
for
the
joining
one
us.
K
Comic,
bag.
Bad.
Comic Stud gifted a sub.
Keep it going.
Wow, nicely done. All right, well, Shadow, what's on your shirt? Who are you wearing
Oh,
today?
so Mystic. I'm wearing the shirt that we were talking about. Pessimist, optimist, and then there's me. There's the cat who's just gonna like fuck your glass. She said that. She said that, and I was like, I have that shirt, so I wore it for tonight.
The glasses have full, or the glasses have
It doesn't
empty, or
matter.
How far can I knock the glass off
Yeah,
the table?
that's right, exactly.
Yeah, we hit the
Thanks,
Level
Level
5! Holy crap! We're level 5 or level 4 complete. We're all working on 5. Woo woo! All right, so I'm tearing
Hype
into
train.
McAllen 5,
Thanks for
number
gifting the
5.
sub there, DC Rack.
Yeah,
final
thank
level.
you very much.
We're nearly there.
The fight is this really the last level? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
So if we can get that,
I'm gonna see. If
what are we
can
gonna
keep this
do?
going.
I
don't even
gave
know.
away 2 things last week that were not supported by the shows. Anybody else going to step up this week?
We did too. I gave away a
Yeah,
P72.
I'm looking at the right-hand side of the panel right now.
Rice
Rice Maiden.
Yeah, there you go.
Rice Maiden has never given anything away on the show.
Hey, it's Silky Z. Thanks for the sub. Awesome. No, so
Kinda
yeah, so guys,
slacker.
all these bits and stuff. When we get this will go into that pot up there. Eventually, when the Twitch does
Thanks for the
pay out,
sub, Selkie.
just so you guys know. But thank you. That's why that number's not ticking up when you give bits and stuff like that. So just so you know, because we don't know what they take out, which really
Okay,
sucks.
but then you go and manually update it. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
I haven't wrote a thing
okay.
for that yet. But yeah,
Also,
busy week. How about you, buddy?
Yeah, I'll dive right into it. Very busy week. But one more thing. The Patreon giveaway is next week. So I'm going to dive in, figure out exactly how many tickets people have from how long they've been a Patreon, because your tickets come in based upon how much you've been giving and over how long, and it works out to tickets. And so we're going to end up doing a giveaway with the number of tickets that get thrown into the system. We may not use a live random generator just because I don't know if we can incorporate the system, but if we can, we certainly will, because we want to make sure the transparency on it being totally random, good as possible. So quickly on Patreon benefits, we have Patreon and subscriber chat channel in our Discord. So that gets you into a bit more of an exclusive group where we engage with a lot more, simply for those of us that don't have as much time. But we do definitely engage with everybody in the channel. And we have, and people keep saying it, we have the most engaging and communicating Discord in Star Citizen right now that they're connected to. So I think that's really good. That's why we see ourselves as the Bar Citizen that's happening right now. We've been calling ourselves the Weekly Bar Citizen for a long time. We have Joran, the Bar Citizen man, in the channel. So Oh, geez, we are so close
93%.
to the 93% of the hype train. Oh my god! So, guys,
push it over.
join in,
Oh,
have a lot of
thank you.
fun. If you want to win one of the
Oh,
ships
we
that
nailed
we
it.
show-
The T-Rex.
Ah, wow!
The
Nailed it.
Z-Rack,
Wow.
nice. We're at 127%.
Right
You really
on.
put a lot in there.
Woo!
Awesome.
Does
Awesome,
it go
awesome.
hype? Does it go hype train? Does it go hype train complete?
Woot.
All
All right, so
sorry.
so anyway, Patreon benefits. Actually, there's a lot of different stuff, but you get a rank on the server. If you there's a lot of benefits. I don't remember. I set it up quite a while ago, but it's pretty cool. You can talk to the other members. Shaozhen is a member that really sort of knows a little bit more about that stuff.
Bro!
So you
Welcome.
can always hit him up, and if he
Thanks
doesn't
for
know,
the
he can hit
sub,
me
Fluff.
up, and I can actually dive into the notes and figure it out again. But the cool
But
part
Flipperall's
is
a relatively new
it raises the
streamer
status
from
of the server.
Australia.
Yeah, actually, really quick, Flipbro, while you're here, that we've been trying to get a hold of you because we'd love to get you on the show. So get in touch with one of us. We'd love to have you on the show. Sorry, go ahead. I couldn't.
Yep,
you can't
fair enough.
direct message her, so.
Yeah,
There you
no,
go.
awesome.
But thank you for the sub.
Yeah, man, love to have you on. All right, so so in order to qualify to receive a ship at the end, there's a way you enter on the show. You have to be here on the show. You have to be following the channel, and you also have to be in the Discord in order for us to reach out to you, to talk to you, and have a way of then communicating with you and getting you that ship at the end. So join the Discord if you haven't. All right, so talking about my week real quick, it's been absolutely crazy. I've been working on a proposal and a rush project that I've been doing for the last 5-6 days.
Whoa, rice baby.
Big push. Also, I've been receiving all kinds of things through Amazon because my wife and I, Stimwife, are in isolation because she arrived from Romania. And so we have been self-isolating in order to make sure that everybody that we know and love and everybody else in the community is not affected by any potential stuff that could be happening from her flights in the airplane and that kind of stuff. So we've been trying to keep cool and keep it all going. So everything's been arriving by mail. It's been like Christmas every day, but of course,
I know.
You got to sanitize the
I know that's the worst part
you
too.
got to wash them. It's pretty crazy all the stuff you got to do. But one of those things that arrived, which is really cool, is this Daymar Rally shirt, which is
Yeah, isn't it nice?
I
That's
love
pretty
it.
snazzy.
Is Corsair? Yeah, where's Corsair? We haven't seen Corsair on the show in a while, but he's kind of on the other side of the world. So, yeah, we definitely have to reach out to thank him
right there.
because I tell you what, they're really nice. Jordan, did you get yours?
I did. It came in last Thursday, actually, the day after the last week's show.
I thought he was sitting over there
back in
brooding,
Southport
pissed
with all
off.
my other
No,
So
it's really
thank you
nice.
so much, Corsair, for sending that
Yep.
over. We had the opportunity to fly the VIP ships for the Daymar Rally. We had a lot of really cool VIPs on that. We had Captain Richard, we had Darjanator, we had Meyer, we had
Gosh, there was a ton of people.
Lieutenant Dan,
Lieutenant Dan.
we had Commodore Dad Lando,
Oh, how could we forget him?
Sigelian. It was great. We had a fantastic group, and that was a lot of fun. So it was great to collaborate, and we love collaborating things. PAX East, the bar fight was a lot of fun too, with Lieutenant Dan and with Kai and Interstellar Galactic, Grizz, and just a bunch of other people. Osipita, I think Sigelian was involved to some degree, but that was a lot of fun. So yeah, that was good. Drinking tonight, I'm having a little bit of what I call fire and ice. It's really just ice chips and what do you call it? Fireball.
Boy, talk about trying to jazz up something that's
it tastes
top shelf.
Tastes really good. It's not top shelf. I do have the top shelf stuff, but I just, my buddy that owns a brewery on the island, he has it's called Driftwood Brewery. If anybody out there knows Fat Tug the beer, it's an awesome drink from the island out here, Vancouver Island. So they finally started doing deliveries, so I was able to get some beer delivered to my door, which is really nice. But of course, I've had to sanitize every can of beer I've considered consuming. Okay, that's enough about us. Let's dive into the show. All right.
Said that he's going to donate an Emerald P-72. is that for the show giveaway?
Oh, very nice.
Who said that?
In honor of Blues.
Shauzen said that. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
man.
Shauzen said donate. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. That would be.
Oh, in honor of Blues. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, very cool. We'll definitely do that.
P72 Archimedes.
Remind me
that one now.
Remind us at the end. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, remind us at the end of the show because we'll totally
we're gonna have something to give away at the end, but why don't we do that now?
Yeah.
We like to do it as soon as we can. So
we just had that awesome hype train.
Yeah, totally. So in honor of the hype train.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course, in memory of Blues. Thanks, man. Shauzen, top notch, man.
Emerald, if I can spell.
So
now we're in.
So Shadowkin is currently setting up the
it's
way
open. Go.
So why don't you tell us how they enter, Shadowkin?
Well, if you type
Well, if you type right now and you bang ship me or exclamation point ship me, you can get in for a beautiful P72 Archimedes Emerald.
Is that better?
That was awesome.
If people don't get in now, then I got nothing left.
That's hilarious. I love it.
All right. The show. Hey, Sloppy Floppy. Thanks, buddy. 8 months, man.
So another thing is everybody's been receiving their challenge coins that are in the U.S.
Yeah.
So those have all been arriving, and they've been posting some challenge coin flip videos in Discord.
Is
that right?
The few, because that was really well done.
Oh, put it up. I haven't seen it.
He went over and above. Gosh, I'm never gonna find it. Anyone?
Pretty posh.
Anyone? Oh, you know what? Hey, I can log into Twitter and post it. I had it in there. No, I mean he.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Nice. Okay, so here we go. So he of course had to one up everybody.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, that's what we expect.
I really like the few, man. He steps up. That's
there
good.
You go.
It's one of the things I like about you, Rice, with your model stuff. Oh, nice one, Few.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Look at that.
Yeah, that is really good.
Yeah, it's kind of behind my head.
Yeah, I'm gonna
a little smaller.
I need to step up my game now.
All right, there's a little bit better shot of it. But yeah, he went up above on that one, but it came through really nice. There was a couple other people that sent me through, and a lot of people that thanked me directly, which was really nice. Hey, Newbie, how's it going? I'm really glad you guys are liking it,
man.
I've been told personally that they're some of the best challenge coins that they've ever seen. So, thank you, Pixel, for helping us design those, and
pretty fancy.
It was pretty nice. So there's three more there's 3 more boxes that got to go out. That's Captain Nemo with the originals, Vengeance, and I can't remember the other one. The international boxes just came yesterday, so I'll ship those out probably tomorrow.
Nice.
Those were the last 3. And Captain Nemo is getting the original prints of the Dr. Contrast contest, which
that's right. He
wait to see. Yeah. I don't have. I've already have them packed. I'd show you the original. But yeah,
are we going to put those prints up on the store?
Yes, we are. Yep, absolutely.
Nice.
We've got a lot of extras, and then the 3 bonus prints that we got went with it, which is the front command ship that breaks off and kind of turns into a little kelp. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So it really is nice. So yeah, I'm
awesome.
Super excited about it. Actually, I think Dr. Contrast is actually watching because his show is doing really well. We've worked out the technical bug. He's got to get a new network adapter. So I'm not sure if he's going to get it by this Thursday, but he's been doing Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Eastern, yeah. And he's such a natural. So actually, Season Star, Nemo, a couple other people jumped in. They just absolutely loved it. So definitely check that out. Dr. Contrast. T, if you could post that real quick. It's just twitch.tv/Dr. Contrast. Yeah, give him a follow. Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, it's just so much fun watching him. But he's teaching you as you go, which is super fun. So you'll actually get to draw like him. He has classes and everything if you want. I'm really looking forward.
So, guys, what Dr. Contrast does is he's an industrial designer that does things like he's worked for companies where he's done designing for cars. He and his mentor worked with George Lucas.
Sid Mead.
Worked on the original Tron, with Sid Mead, worked on the original Tron series, has worked on a lot of sci-fi stuff, and Dr. Contrast's heart really resides in sci-fi, which is why we had him on the show, and we put together for a charity an amazing ship. And if you weren't part of that whole process, we went through with the community, with everybody watching, and we decided together what that ship would look like and what it was for. So we went through the, what was the role of the ship, and we did 2 roles. So it was a multi-role ship. How big was it? How many crew did it have? Did it have a snub ship or a command module or like a rover? We ended up coming up with an exploration a research and development farming ship of all things, and that was voted on by the community. And you can tell, that if 70% of the community wants non-combat, you can tell that we have a big portion of that community that's saying, hey guys, there's a lot of combat stuff out there, some really interesting things out there, but we want to see some different things. So we are one of these days soon going to do another one of those and have Dr. Contrast back on to do that process.
There's the original.
And give away. Yeah, show it.
That's actually the original. It's a picture of the original. So you can see it really came out nice.
So you can see the biodomes in the back. The very front of it detaches like a command module. You can see that big, just like on the Crucible, or the Pioneer, you've got that overview, that outlook where you can look at the biodomes and the farming areas, and just very, very cool. That whole process. So, and we designed the ship so that it could actually be a ship that exists in the Star Citizen universe. And hopefully, CIG gets some ideas and sees what we like. So in your own way, we're all contributing towards, the project that we know and love. So
just a bit about what he's working on Thursday is I've commissioned him to do a battle yacht for me. Partly there's a lot of stuff that we're learning about it. We're actually going to be going mental with this. So not only is he going to be drawing it, not only is he going to be drawing assist fighters that come out of it, we're also going to have it extruded in metal and available for sale. We're going to try and do this ship as well. There's some pieces on it that might be a little difficult, as well as being painted. Now, this is probably months out because, we're working with an extruder that has a brand new milling machine. He could do 6-foot models or basically cutouts, which is amazing. I saw some of his work already, which was really wild. There's also, we're now also be offering some of these in the store where he's open for commission art. So there's a million directions this is going to go, but we're really looking for you guys to help us guide it because, it's really, you guys helped us start this and you really helped us push it through to really come to things like this. And it's so awesome. Like actually, for instance, here, this is the front piece of that ship that I was just showing you. During the show where he was drawing, you were like, oh yeah, that front piece is going to break off all of a sudden. And he's like, okay. So we just started drawing it. So this thing can go a million different directions. So if you guys have suggestions and things that you want us to see or do, just either let him know or let us know and we'll get work on it. Because, this was one of the funnest things I've ever worked on. And I know a lot of us share the same sentiments. So by all means, this was driven by you guys. So let us know.
Yeah. So much fun. So we have that decision tree made out. A lot of effort went into that. So we can use that to do a new one of these, and we'll probably do a new charity giveaway for that. And when we do the charity giveaway, instead of doing $25 to rename a host, what we did is $25 gets you a copy of all the prints. That went through, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of prints to send out. So, which was why there was quite a bit of money
and
taken
time
out of the kitty for shipping and time. Yeah, of course. Okay, so let's dive into the show. So this week, it is the 25th of March. 3.8.2 is our live build. There's an Evocati test flight active at the moment for 3.9, which everyone's excited to get any little tidbits from, but we don't do leaks on this show, so I'm sorry to disappoint you.
It was widely agreed on.
Yeah, widely agreed on by the whole group. So Inside Star Citizen upcoming, we have a sneak peek on that was released on Twitter and Reddit, so we'll be showing you that. There were some contests that we got. There was a Limerick contest that just happened this week that we have the results for. And the sub ship, if you're a subscriber, all month is the Argo Mole. So if you're not a subscriber to Star Citizen to get some all that awesome content that basically runs our show and keeps us really interested in the whole verse,
It takes 4 hours to go through.
Make sure you subscribe, right? Okay, all right.
There was a question in chat. Mist was asking, how do you go to the store they're talking about?
I just responded. I said it's going to be available in Discord first, because we're going to basically doing one-off orders that I'm going to have. But we're actually building. A bad thing happened to one of my customers, which is actually turning into a good thing. So we're rebuilding. As you can see, the Yacht Club site's actually offline right now. We're rebuilding that in something called TetraWorks, which is a company that I own. This is an ultra secure platform that we're building in. So that's why I was saying last week that it's in its first phase, which it really is. So it's going to take a while. But what I'm going to do is set up a simple form that actually allow you to post and buy stuff through the Discord. So just pay attention in there. There'll be a store channel probably or something like that. Whatever Doc allows us to have. Right, Sweet, nice.
You get one channel.
You get one channel. That's it. Do it again. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, so you'll have a chance to buy all the stuff that we're talking about. And again, all of it's we're not making any money on it. We're just covering the cost on it. So look forward to it. Don't worry. When this goes live, you will definitely know.
Yeah.
So no worries.
All right, so why don't we dive into the Inside Star Citizen that happened on Thursday the 19th?
Yes. I thought this was pretty good. That's my sense. Do you want the audio?
All right, so who wants to start? Who wants to start? I guess I'll start off since you're all diving to chomp at the bit here. I really liked how Jared and I think Silo was involved in this messaging as well, but just how they came out of the gates talking right away about how they were protecting everybody at CIG and how we don't have to worry because everyone's working from home. They had a smooth transition to safeguard the development pathways and as well as their staff to make sure that we're moving forward during this time of uncertainty with COVID-19. So I like that they addressed that. One of my biggest criticisms for Star Citizen, as you know, has been their communication and setting. Well, communication's always been good, but they're setting their stakeholder expectations. And I think they've been doing a much better job of that. And this is another example. Anybody else?
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. I think it's good that they came out of the gate kind of saying that stuff because, I mean, the COVID-19 stuff is affecting everyone, and regardless of whether or not you're directly asking, we've all had the same question in our head: is like, how is this going to affect Star Citizen? So, address it now, address it soon, and just makes it better for everyone.
I already knew they were going to be fine, so I want to talk about the actions menu, which I absolutely love. This is really good code. This is really thinking things through. I mean, granted, it's like a third iteration, but I mean, all the things that they were talking about are exactly what we need. We need favorites. We need quick actions. We need the ability to hop through menus easily. We have pop-outs on it's everything in here. I didn't see anything I didn't like, and that's pretty good because I'm very sticky on interface design.
I love the fact that it shows you the hotkey. So like the X or the Y, so that you don't actually have to do it with your mouse.
So well done.
It shows you, because I can never remember what these things are.
Yeah, I mean, because there's so many commands.
Through fast hotkeys, yeah.
Yep, I thought this was unbelievable.
I had two concerns.
I like hotkeys.
Thanks.
Too hot for you.
I mean, seriously, radio menus. What is this? 2006? Like,
what would you do? What would you do?
I don't know.
What is this?
And switches and
why
stuff.
don't you design a better game, Doc?
Yeah, Doc. Why don't you design a better game? I would love to see what you would do instead of this. What is it going to be? Pulse? Is it pulse tone dialing?
Yes, I'm using pulse tone dialing.
We're sending SOS.
BBS.
Or sending
radio
Morse
menu.
code.
Go ahead,
just,
Bryce.
sorry. Radio menu just screams The Sims to me.
Right.
Oh, but what's better though?
Oh no, I'm not complaining. I'm just stating a fact that like radio menus got their prominence from The Sims, and there's a reason why it's stuck around.
Well, they were in every game, and like
they're a lot longer than that, though.
Yeah.
Sloppy Floppy is agreeing with you, Doc. You've started something.
Well, we would love to see your video
I think
game.
a lot of people. I think a lot of people are jumping to conclusions that this is going to be an overwhelming sort of thing. It's like, oh, I can't do anything unless I'm interacting with this radial menu. I think that this is just going to be one option for interaction.
No,
I don't think
hotkeys still exist, which is good.
Yeah.
But
you can't take that away.
Look how many submenus there are. It's such a complex.
It's just, if you think about it like
universe.
I'm thinking about this, if you're in a game where 3 shots kills you, or 2 shots kills you, do you really want to give up your entire screen real estate to see a bunch of buttons that you need to know how to press without that real estate being taken up anyways?
But you're not going to have to
useless.
Do that. You're not going to have to
radio
go through
menu
that in
using
combat.
They're using it for use it to pull out their guns.
Yeah,
like,
but that's just showing you that it could do everything. This is for like when you're selecting from one of 700 different socials. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be any harder than right now. You hit one button to pull your gun. But if you want to do other things more involved, then you go into the radial menu and with all the different options. I think a lot of people are assuming that everything's going to get slowed down because you can't do anything without a radial menu. I
think there's a redundancy that they didn't need to do. Like, you don't need to have it control crouching because every game in the world uses control to crouch. And if you don't know that, then you've not played a PC game. So learn how to play a PC game.
But those are program favorites. So what we saw and well, what
I don't understand why they
choose these.
Going prone and crouching.
I think those are
I think what they're doing is they're putting everything in there.
Anyway,
yeah, they're putting everything in there, both the test. Because what they're trying to do is get the most density in there, and they're trying to put every single option in there. That's why they're doing it. Guarantee.
And think about it this way: they have a game that's it's the most crazy project that's really ever been done from a gaming perspective. But otherwise, look at the number of inputs that people are using, the IO devices. You've got joysticks, you've got joysticks plus throttle setups, you've got joysticks plus throttle plus mouse and keyboard setups. I mean, I have had at one point like 7 different devices. Then you're talking about people with track IR and voice attack and all kinds of different ways of interfacing. And then you've got a person like Pixel that'll be sitting there on his couch with a controller in his hand. and this is how he's going to be playing Star Citizen, right? Seriously, this is how he wants to play Star Citizen. So it gives people
he's going to die
Star
a lot.
Citizen with whatever device they have, So
okay, so real quick, we're gonna end the giveaway here in a second. So everybody get in, bang ship me.
Giveaway, yes.
Yeah, bang ship me. You're gonna close out in 30 seconds. Get in, bang ship me.
There is only one answer to this dilemma, and that's we have no in-game tutorial right now. So when people go into the game and they're presented with a radial menu that gives you every option available, that's one step closer to keeping people from going, this game is too complex, I'm done.
I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that.
Right. I'm gonna switch from being annoyed to just looking forward to shooting people with the radio menu.
Okay, can we move on to this awesomeness that we're seeing on the screen right now?
Hey, we have a winner, and it's Jed.
Through a bunch of different.
Hey, Jed, well done, man.
Jed.
I know you're here because we can never get rid of you. What's up, brother?
Awesome.
But didn't he win like a couple weeks ago?
Oh, I can tell you.
He won something.
So.
Well,
Jed.
It's not. It wasn't. We didn't give it away.
I think it was a Vanguard.
We didn't give it away. So this was Shausen. This was Shausen giving it away.
So Shausen, thank you for stepping up. Once again, that was in honor
of
Blues passing,
Hello.
and that means a lot to.
Hey, Captain Richard Reed! Look out! Here we go. Incoming on the raid. Welcome. welcome.
Thanks for coming. We just gave away a P72 Emerald Edition that came from one of our awesome citizens. That's Shausen, going out and won by, who won that? Jad. Nicely done, guys.
Welcome,
for those of you joining us and you don't know about what the Yacht Club is, actually, all of Captain Richard's guys knows the Yacht Club.
I don't know.
Anyway, if you
better say
we
so.
are the weekly Bar Citizen, and right now, because there's no actual Bar Citizens happening in real life because of the whole COVID-19 honey badger thing that's going on, we are the place to show up, and we love doing this for you. So every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, please come and join us and hang out and get to meet some really amazing people. That ship that was given away was actually given away by another viewer and patron and just general community member, and make sure that gets to its owner. So Jad, reach out to me, and Shausen reach out to me, and I'll broker that communication. I just want to make sure that ship gets handed across properly. Thank you for doing that. Okay, guys. So we're talking about Inside Star Citizen right now. We're going through the week of what happened, what is the news for the week, what are the hottest topics, and what's really happening. We have a special guest with us this week, Rice Maiden, who does all kinds of Star Citizen models, is a maker in general, and was doing all of the Star Citizen models unofficially before JRDNF came along. So that's one of his really cool ones right there. The Hornet.
Oh, good. I was about to ask you what it was.
I know. I nearly blanked on that. Oh my god.
I have like sitting next to me
a comment.
I think I have like 8 or 10 models sitting next to me. So
he's gonna give all of them away tonight too. Nice. Oh,
the Prowler.
Tell you what. Wow. I think you definitely need to give that.
This is bumping into everything right now.
Well, I'll take it off your hands. That's actually one of my favorite ships. Right after the Vanguard, that is definitely my favorite ship.
That's amazing.
And it's great quality.
God, how long did that take?
He's very, very small. Can we go to the other screen so we can see this better?
Are
we gonna show this off?
Sure.
Yeah. So this model has probably taken me the longest amount of time to put together.
Can't imagine
this
why.
So this model was kind of the end of my original design philosophy, where I started using more 3D printing for the internal structure, which makes it easier to make these complex shapes. This model has actually a giant like wooden skeleton inside of it. So all of those complex shapes on the side are all done with like a wooden skeleton. And it's amazing this model actually came together, because after the fact, I was like, man, I designed this really wrong.
No, that is amazing, dude. I'll gladly take that off your hands.
It looks amazing.
Gladly take that off your hands.
I'll give you everything Shadow wants to give you plus $1.
Damn it.
Oh, look at that.
He's going to give you $1.
Nice. Oh, wow. That is awesome.
So actually, for everyone who just joined us, we're one of those shows that we give everything back. So tips, subs, donations, all that stuff goes right back to you guys in the form of giveaways. You can see the giveaway meter right up there. We usually do it by the end of the show. So just so everyone who just joined who might not know that, everything comes in goes back to you. So back to you, Stimmy.
Yep. And if you want to have fun with it, if you give $25, you can rename any member of the show, and we'll still give that money back to the community at the end. Go ahead, Rice.
I donated 50 already. We're getting it to Star Runner territory, and I dare others. Match me. Come on, let's
dare you.
Star Runner territory.
Like match me, bro.
Do we have a Star Runner to give away?
I do.
Let me check.
It's not my favorite ship, so I'd probably give it away.
The only person who's it's not their favorite ship.
No, everyone's favorite ship is the Carrack, and then everyone's second favorite ship is the Star Runner. Mine's the Vanguard, and then the Prowler. So.
Yeah.
You have a Star Runner to give away, Shadow?
Yeah, I do. I know I do.
Okay,
well,
okay.
Right, hold on. Let me check. Okay, so
we don't have any from the community.
So just so you guys know, I had 14 arrows. I now have 0, and I didn't realize I gave away all of them, and they were all given away on the show. So
yeah,
I really have to check now.
if you get us drinking,
we actually
more
have
than
enough
we should, we just start giving away things.
Our giveaway meter says 119.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, do we need to update that?
Okay.
Anyway, go on. Work on that, Shadow. I'll push us through the show. So, we need to talk about get us back into Inside Star Citizen, because one of the things we were seeing right there was the foliage when a guy is.
Well, let's talk about this real quick.
Can we talk running through it?
First? Talk about the actual.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought these were super cool because they're actually doing dynamic scaling on them, which is something that games seem to struggle with so horribly. And then, of course, right after it was the really cool weapons. I can't wait to shoot somebody with an electron bolt gun.
Yeah, these electron beams are amazing.
Hey, Stim, stand over there.
So
did that hurt?
You won't feel a thing.
So can we just point out that, like, if anyone has been on the Carrack and you've seen the new interfaces for the elevators, those new interfaces are amazing, and I think they add a lot to the game. And so, definitely the plaques that they showed off in ICS are an improvement to that technology. But it just goes to show that, like, the stuff you see in game right now is going to change drastically, and it's going to look way better in the future once they get this technology into everything inside the game.
Right, that was the first shot at it.
They redo the Moby Glass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with this interface.
These new clothes are amazing.
Yeah. I love that outfit.
I love these outfits.
I'm not like an outfit person, but I thought that was.
These outfits are amazing. But these were special NPC outfits.
I could care less about the stupid space whales.
Oh, okay.
No, space whales! Space whales!
Space whales are awesome, and I will.
Hey, Stinky Diver!
Yes.
$50 closer.
I'm a stand.
Yeah,
thanks.
That'd be right.
Stinky Diver.
We got this. Hey, not $50.
Awesome, man.
Wow,
Another
nice
50 more. Thank you, sir. Here we go.
He's getting more excited.
Here's the foliage. This was really cool.
Does he want to rename two people?
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You could rename two people. So contact T Nightster in the Discord. So T Nightster, all one word. Okay, so this guy walking through the foliage right now. So what they said is that the plants detect when someone gets near them and automatically generate a spine in the plants in order to keep resources less costly. Gaming resources. So I think that's amazing. If we're going to have, I remember seeing at CitizenCon, the Carrot commercial
walking
when the guy was walking through that crazy alien wheat field and hands just kind of moving on top,
Yeah, I had a little tingle when that happened.
Like remotely close to that. Yeah. So
there was a fizz there.
When I see things like spines on plants, it gets me all excited. Very excited. Yeah.
The new cargo depots look amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I totally agree on that too. Is that what that
is? Excited. These are going to be in the new space stations. These are new modules that are going to be added to the space stations that we've got.
Not in 3.9.
No.
Oh yeah.
It sounded like
I
they were talking about staggered development.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it looks like very early.
Right.
Let's just go with soon.
I mean, let's be honest. These space stations for cargo and stuff, I believe that was on the roadmap for last year. So, this isn't super new stuff. It's stuff that they've been working on to some extent in the past. But it's really cool to see it kind of visual now and see what their progress.
I got to say, so
we're going to get inside of those things.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working so hard this week that I missed that part of Inside Star Citizen. I guess I just didn't finish it. And
what?
Yeah, and like as hauling being my main thing, I am super excited for that. Like this Klesher stuff, this is cool and all that, and walking through a map.
Prison.
That's the prison. That's cool. But I got to tell you, cargo, anything cargo,
the physics
gets me super excited.
Yeah,
that was beautiful. It was beautiful, and it's it's really cool. But the cargo,
it wasn't cloth. That was plastic.
So I think one of the important takeaways for what we're seeing right now isn't the way that they're applying it right now. The important takeaway is that CIG is successfully doing physics on demand, and I think physics on demand is a huge piece of technology that's going to drive the game forward, because something we've seen on the roadmap or the roadmap for Squadron 42 is soft body physics. And soft body physics is a technically hardware intensive implementation for any game to do. And so if Star Citizen can do soft body physics on demand, you immediately lower the bar to entry, and the things you can do with it is immense. I'm really hoping that they use it for salvaging in the future, because at that point, if you can start salvaging ships and it makes it look like you're actually crunching away at it with your reclaimer, that's gonna blow the game out of the water.
Bits and pieces go into your go into the hold. That would be awesome.
The day I can go crunch and like rip a 300i in half is the greatest.
Well, just being able to see, like, you know, like you said, like a hornet, like a head of a hornet going in, and then, like, you know, pieces of the cowl going in, and like getting chewed up, and yeah, that would be awesome. Hey, who's this Doc Murray? Who's this Doc Murray guy?
Thanks for the sub.
Still Drive.
Thanks for the sub.
Oh,
Captain Nemo
out there.
Captain Nemo with a tier 2
Only
sub.
2 months. What's going on here, buddy?
That's
tier 2 sub.
Stealth Drive. He's
months,
brand new.
Man. Awesome.
Yeah, and that's a tier 2 sub too. Thank you, Nemo. Very done. Very
nice
done.
one.
Well done.
Stealth
Well
Drive.
done.
Yeah. Welcome, buddy. Thanks for joining us.
Firemaster says the claw is not a combat melee weapon.
I don't know.
We beg to differ.
I beg. Yeah, exactly. We could pretty much turn anything into a weapon. So there was one.
I noticed that.
I've been to prison. And it's going to be so much fun to send Jor in there.
It's going to be the Spectre really likes the soft body physics. That's
Of course he does.
Soft.
He's got a very soft body.
I mean
that in a nice way. He's so soft.
I do not.
I know you don't.
So,
all right, space whales. We have to talk about them.
No.
Space Maiden, go ahead.
I was just gonna end it with I have a game that I play a lot of. Too many hours to say because I'm kind of embarrassed of it, but there's a game called BeamNG.Drive on Steam, and it's a car soft.
Oh my god, that game is so much fun.
And yeah, I have like 550 hours in it. Let's not talk about it. But the cool thing is that you play the game and you go, oh, why would I ever go play Forza when I can clearly see that Forza's crash damage looks like garbage at this point compared to what I have been playing? Mm-hmm. And that's the same with Star Citizen. Is like, part of me really hopes that if they're going to go full into soft body physics, that they do it right and they implement it in such a way that it just blows the realism of the game out of the water. Now, granted, I recognize that it's a very hardware intensive thing, but I believe that CIG can do it smart, and that they can do it in a way that adds a ton to the game without, you know, taking us back to 2.6 levels of performance.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I mean, soft body physics has always been like that golden kind of level that you can never seem to achieve, and everyone who either goes after it either does it terribly or they just completely ignore it, just like the Forzas you're talking about. So yeah, I totally agree.
It's one of those things where, like, soft body physics forces you to build stuff in the way it's built in real life. And that's kind of what I get from CIG. You know, CIG wants to build these ship models in the way that they would be built in real life. They want to put the pipes in. They want to put the substructure in. They want to build the skin layers.
And make it do something.
Exactly. And so with soft body physics, it's like, if you're going through the effort of building something the way it's meant to be built, soft body physics just adds a ton to that, because now, instead of them doing their, you know, like, oh, you've shot a part of the ship, we've removed a texture map, and now you can see the substructure, you could potentially have it to where you've crashed into an asteroid and your wing is broken off, but the railings where the wing was is now bent. It just adds an entire level of realism on top of it that if CIG can pull it off, it's going to take this game to an 11 easily.
Mm-hmm. Yep, totally agree. Can't wait.
Nice. Okay, the topic of the hour is space whales. Go.
Not of the hour.
Okay.
About 3 seconds. Okay, we're done.
So no. Space whales. Space whales are important because everyone that owns an Idris with the weapons pack recognizes that CIG has given us a whaling ship. And the day that I can go into the verse and blast a size 10 Exodus beam hole through a space whale is the greatest day of my life.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. What did that space whale ever
Poor
do to
whale.
you, man?
I think it's time. I think it's time for us to create the Sea
Fucking
Shepherd
space whale.
Global Organization.
Yeah, right. Before
Citizen.
Rice Man goes over here and murders all the whales.
I
We have
guess
to protect the
I'm gonna look
whales.
forward to using my Idris M to shoot a bunch of Idris Ps with K beams on them, trying to hunt
There we
whales.
go. Doc is starting up the new.
I'll see
organization
Shepherd
for
this shit.
us.
Space Shepherd.
Murder
Could be your new
the
call sign.
whale whalers.
Oh yeah, Space Shepherd.
Save the whales. That's right. Save the whales.
Love it. And if you haven't seen the logo for Sea Shepherds, it's got like it's got a shepherd's crook and a trident and a skull. It's totally
And
a
a
pirate
rifle.
operation. I love it. Yeah.
And a cannon. Need
Love it.
cannons.
I would honestly recommend watching the Discovery Channel show. He's a very charismatic guy. It's kind of an interesting.
Cool.
We got a lot of
I would
saved
imagine
whales
you'd
in
have
chat, by the way. So you better look out, buddy.
Yeah.
So for those of us that actually love the idea of having space whales, out of the 3 versions that you saw, which one do you like and why? So
Three.
can
I thought all
we
three
get
of them
those
were
going,
fine.
Shadow?
Cricket.
I like the one that looks like a humpback whale.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. Although I think we should have all of them, but
Right. There should be variety in space whales.
If I could strap a pair of
Read them, it
size
looks the
10s
coolest.
to a straight space whale and fly it around to kill people, then I
So that would be
for
fine.
it.
As long as the whale was complicit.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if he's getting shot at, he'll want to shoot back.
right.
No whales were harmed. No space whales were harmed during the filming of the show.
Space whales racing.
Right.
That's what Die Hard said. Space whales racing. That's good.
yeah. Captain Nemo's defending himself, saying that Dekel must have been referring to Captain Ahab. Not him.
Ah, nice. Yes, he's Captain Nemo.
Love it. Okay, so after Thursday, most weeks comes Friday, where we get the weekly newsletter, among
this
other
is it.
things. And there was an awesome sneak peek in that. Can we pull that up?
Oh, which sneak peek? You mean this one? Because it
No.
Keep going.
Oh,
So,
you mean
what do you guys think?
that one? Why didn't you just tell me about that? I already have that
It's
open.
the next link in the document.
no, never mind. It actually is not.
So,
This is what we're talking about. And I hope this
I'm
is
assuming
40 real hours.
It is.
yeah, that's huge, isn't it?
It is.
That's a lot of hours.
It's a lot of
What
hours.
do you think of that, Joran? Joran, you get thrown in jail. Are you happy to do 40 hours with the time?
You know how I'm going to freak out about that.
I
You're
think
going
really
to
quick.
jail, George.
You're going to jail
The
one way or
emote-
another, buddy.
we need to change that emote there to instead of WTF, it needs to be FTS.
No, I
We need
mean,
the triggered emote back.
I hope
Where's
that,
the triggered emote?
Yeah, well, no, it's just, yeah, all right, so I'm going to be fixing the Yacht Club emotes because they're a little messed up. That's okay. No, so I really do hope the punishment is severe, but I do hope the condition to get into punishment is also clear. Like, it's actually not going to be, oh, I accidentally bumped somebody and now I'm in here for 8 hours. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing will really
If
suck.
people are really serious criminals, like level 4, level 5, then yeah, then they should be in jail for quite a long time. If it's a very minimal sort of thing that anybody can accidentally get a crime stat for, like if you have a glitch and you accidentally crash your ship into a station because the server glitched and you lost control or something, and then you and your passenger die and you get a level 3 crime stat, well, like that wasn't really your fault, so you really shouldn't have to go to jail. So I mean, we discussed this quite a few times over the past few months as far as how the law system working.
Yeah, like I was taking off, and then somebody like was hovering, like a person, not in a ship, was in front. I went forward and murdered them. I got a level 3 crime stat. It was like, well, that wasn't fair.
Yeah, people are EVAing around Olisar all the time, and you can't even take off without.
Yeah, you got. I
Yeah,
mean, I
some,
just
like,
went
bugs.
forward and I barely hit him. I mean, he got sucked into the intake, but I mean, regardless. No, I hope it's
That's
40
why you
hours
go
in.
up for a little bit before you go forward.
Well, yeah, I actually did. So I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, so you flew up to him and then smashed him.
Well, okay, maybe I did. I wasn't aiming. Are you aiming for these people?
Sounds more and more like murder by the minute.
So his CIG talked about because I haven't seen anything on it. How do you get to prison? Like, is it currently in the game?
It's free of charge.
Like you what? Okay, you get stopped by Hurston security outside of outside of Hurston, and they say, "Oh, you haven't paid your fines. Your crime stat 3. You're a bad person." Do you click a button that says surrender and then you just warp to the prison, or do they put you on their ship?
I don't think there's a surrender option yet, but when you die, instead of waking up back on your ship, your medical room, or wherever, you wake up in prison.
Ah, I see.
So Sloppy Floppy posted this in the Discord. So this is the kind of shenanigans when we're thinking about jail that happen in our Discord.
And I'm sorry in advance. I was asked to show that.
Sorry about calling you out there, Sloppy.
He really wants you to drop the soap. No, I hope it's a long time. I mean, I hope they really have to work their ass off to get out of there.
Yeah, I like that. And the one image that we saw before, or it may have been in Inside Star Citizen, I can't remember the source, but there was a graph of the amount of time that had been worked, and the vast majority of it was the time, and only a little bit of it was the amount of time that had been worked off in merits towards release.
Right.
And it could be that not a lot had been done, but I hope that you can't turn like a 40-hour thing into a 2-hour thing by getting merits.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 40, you can bring it down to 8. I'd be okay with that. But it should seriously be like, it should be a timeout, and you shouldn't be able to game the system too much to be able to take away that negative. Obviously, there's escaping. The thing is, people, you got to go to prison to learn how to escape. You know what I mean? Like, it's.
I'm pretty sure that the 40 hours is for level 5 crime stat, and it's also fluctuating. It doesn't mean that's what it's going to be when we get a hold of it in wave 1. Like, it's going to change. They got to balance out how long they want people on timeout for, and depending on the severity of the crime. Yep.
True.
So,
but
I wouldn't get too worked up about 40 hours because it's going to take a lot of work to get there.
Yeah, but you shouldn't go to jail for a level 2 crime stat either.
Well, you should.
Should you? So what's level 1? Is that a
well, murder?
Or a
I mean, it depends on
what. 1 or 2 should just
level.
be a misdemeanor. You get a fine. You get a small penalty. You shouldn't have to go to jail for a 1 or a 2, because you get a 1 or a 2 for anything.
Well, they've changed it. So
maybe fines are not part of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 system.
It used to be if you blocked a landing pad, you would get a level 1 crime stat. But now they give you a fine that you pay at the terminals.
Which makes sense.
Okay, so you
crime
get a
stats
crime
are
crime
stat.
stat.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I mean, I think that, because they were doing the thing where if you had a certain level crime stat, there were some landing zones that wouldn't let you land. I think that you should go to jail once. Yeah, I think that you should go to jail once nobody's going to let you.
Yeah, so Hendel, who's always really good on some of the down low information, says the rate you gain merits increases the longer you stay there. If someone with a lot of merits sells them to you, then 40 hours should be able to be 4 minutes. That's very interesting. So has there been any mention of being able to sell your merits to other people?
But that's
I hope not.
Entirely conjecture.
Because you're going to have a ton of freaking bots that are in there just selling that stuff off for cash.
That almost sounds like gold farming to me.
It's totally
there is currently no way to transfer your inventory to someone else.
Yeah, it's good.
So
the problem is, as we've discussed before, and as I've brought up, is that the law system has too many bugs in it. It's not working as intended nearly well enough for low-level crime stats to put people in jail.
Prison has bugs in it too, so they need people to go to prison to get the bugs fixed in prison.
There's plenty of criminals. No shortage of criminals. There's a ton of people that love killing people.
Yeah, Yeah, but I mean, the more people
No
that
shortage
get to
of
run through the
criminals.
prison, the better, in my opinion. And it's
I
annoying.
completely
that you
agree.
sit
Get
there,
all the
but
criminals in there.
there are plenty of people that deserve to go to prison that aren't criminals.
All right. Moving on. So we have the roadmap roundup that came through. Why don't we take a look at that roadmap update?
Oh, the update.
That comes in from Odysseus, that puts that out every week. Does a great job for us.
Temporarily. There we go.
Having a look at significant changes. So, I mean, keep in mind, guys, CIG right now is working from home. So they're pushing on what they can do with their computers at home, not using the machines that they have at work to make things happen, but they're working super hard.
Hey, the Horton Hustle with the raid.
Thanks
Very
for the
nice,
raid,
Horton.
Hey, nicely done.
Welcome.
Horton's another new streamer. It's been doing a really kick-ass job. I've watched her streams a couple times. Welcome,
awesome.
everybody.
Nice. Yeah, well,
another person we should get on the show. Actually,
yeah, totally.
Horton Hustle, get a hold of one of us. We'd love to have you on this show on a Wednesday night sometime. Just get a hold of it, get on our Discord, 100%. And get a hold of one of us. We would love to get you scheduled.
Yeah, perfect.
Sorry about that.
And what we do is we would interview you and give your watchers a chance to find out some of your deepest, darkest secrets, right? All right. So for those of you that are joining us, we go over all of the news throughout the week. We talk about some really cool community projects. We have special guests like Rice Maiden. Rice Maiden, you want to show one of your ships that you have? I see
he's wearing it. He's wearing a P-72 or Merlin.
So that P-72 just fell out of my shirt. I hope it's all right. But I have a Nox with me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was actually a tough one to build, wasn't it?
I actually built the P-72 on stream, and people can tell me if I'm too loud. Somebody told me to turn the gain down, and because my microphone is upside down, I think I turned it up, but I don't know. So I built this on stream. I built the Tonk on stream. So.
Oh, you have the Tonk? I need to see.
Yeah, let me grab it.
Junk. That's actually one of my favorites. That's gotta look awesome.
I haven't seen that one.
That's gotta look awesome. Oh, nice.
Ooh, that looks fantastic. Want that one.
Flip to the bigger screen. Flip to the other screen.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. See that bigger. I'll see that bigger.
That's pretty awesome. Zitonk. Oh, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I need like a whole army.
That is beautiful.
Just for you guys, I brought the 890.
What? Oh yeah, that's right. The 890. Yeah, not very big.
Granted, it's the old one, so
I don't know.
I'm still working on the new one, but
it's still cool.
It's the.
It grew on me.
Looks awesome.
It does look awesome.
We loved the old one for years before we finally got it.
Yeah, right. Hey, Stealth Drive! Thank you for the subs, sir.
Thanks for all the subs.
So again, everybody that just joined us, all tips, subs, donations, all that stuff goes back to you guys in the form of ship giveaways. So we don't keep anything. Hey, old boy, good to see you, old boy. I was just in your stream last night doing your crazy toilet paper thing, which was hilarious.
Nice, and I see Mufasa's in there.
Hey,
awesome,
Mufasa.
Awesome. Mufasa wrote an amazing orchestral piece for us that we have still got to put together into an intro for the show, which we are going to do soon. It's just on delay, but we're super excited to actually get that done and get that debuted. So
only been delayed for most
Mufasa is amazing, and we've just a very cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so moving forward with the show. So we're talking a little bit right now about the roadmap. We were just saying how CIG is doing an amazing job. In their last Inside Star Citizen, Jared went over how everyone's working from home and they're adapting to things and how they haven't lost any pace and they're working really hard on the best darn space game ever, not space sim ever, which may mean nothing, but it also might be intentional. And a lot of what Jared says is intentional. So I think it's a good one, and I'm stealing that from someone else in the community, from someone who I won't mention his name, so I don't trigger anyone else that's hosting the show right now. So Klesher Automated
You
Prison.
don't even know who he's talking about.
He's talking about Salty Mike.
Oh,
Mike
okay.
being Salty Mike.
Okay. There we go. Well, that'll definitely do it.
Really,
Oh, did nobody else know? Well, I'm a dick.
Salty Rick. Anyway,
so you can see they've made progress. Like the new Babbage landing zone, this last week alone, 24% increase, 22% increase in restricted area rework. That's awesome. 60%.
that will be interesting. I hope they I hope they get that one right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the restricted fly zone is bullshit.
Well, the fact you can't see the existing one right now is like it's just completely useless.
And you're coming in to land in the Caterpillar, friggin' Lorville, and it just grabs your ship, turns you around, points you at the sky, and sends you like anher 100 meters away.
Yeah,
I know. Okay, well, I guess I gotta do this approach again.
Yeah, because it's like if you just come in too low, it's like the rear end touches.
Hey,
Horton Hustle, thanks for the sub.
Thanks, buddy.
Girly.
Girly. And for those He's awesome. We're going to be giving away at the end of the show a ship based upon the donations that come in. We're hoping to get to a Mercury Star Runner to give away by the end of the show.
I do have one. So, it's in a package. You're going to get a free yellow dragonfly with it because it's in a 2-pack. And
So I've done my part already. The community needs to step up. We're going to get to that Star Runner by the end of the show. That's a guarantee. That's a Rice Maiden guarantee.
That's it right there.
We got like 30 minutes left.
Game on. 30 minutes. Nice. All right.
Where's Carson? I know he was awake. Carson is still over there dealing with some
he's
issues.
not doing too well with this whole nightmare.
Yeah, he's been pretty stressed out lately, working way too hard. He usually passed out by now.
Uh-huh. All right, so what's next?
All right. Okay, so pushing on. So Star Citizen Live, we then got on Friday morning, which had a lot of stuff go on, but the big point was really Jeremiah Lee. You want to play that video and perhaps?
Well, Joran, you sent me a very specific spot in this video. It was about 40 minutes in. Is there anything you wanted to say about this?
Well, it was later in the show when it was more developed. I didn't actually really watch the show because I love Jeremiah Lee, but these shows I can't always sit through. Meant to, but had a bunch of other stuff.
It can be hard.
Yeah, but mostly it's a lot of fun just to watch Jeremiah and Jared because they're just fun.
They're brothers
worth listening to, and if you enjoy that kind of creative process, because Jeremiah Lee, he is so creative with these outfits.
Oh yeah,
and really love what he comes up with.
Throwing Jared into those pictures.
Yeah, I know that was pretty awesome.
Hey, Christopher, thanks for pledging as a Patreon, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, we had another one earlier for $1. I missed the name.
I saw that they pledged for $1, but I missed the name too.
Yeah, I missed the name. Sorry.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for Patreon. Patreon's really great because it means that none of the money gets taken by Twitch, which is really good, and so we can give all of that back to you at the end of the show, which is or not the end of the show. We do the Patreon giveaway. We do at the end of every quarter, and the first one is next week.
Not now.
We're going to be giving it away, and I'm telling you, we're going to have enough to give away at least a Carrack. So if you're not in on that giveaway, just sign up for Patreon, put in $1, get a ticket. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yep,
it'll be a lot of fun. So, all right. Moving on. So let's move on to the weekend on Saturday, because we don't have any Bar Citizens happening right now. All we really have is shows like this one to stay connected. One thing we did get, though, is a mining yield calculator. Joran, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, please do.
I didn't actually get into it in too much depth, but one of the community members came up with this, and it was just really a great tool because a lot of people are still trying to understand what the best things to mine, and so it's complicated because there's different levels of inert materials, and they're usually mixed up with different ores of different values. So you don't know how much you're really picking up that's going to maximize your time out there. So, and you can plug in a lot of different things into that, and it'll tell you how much you're going to make. So you kind of judge on, do you really want to mine this and break this down and collect this, or you want to wait and go and find some more of something, some more Terranite or some more Bexlite or something like that. So it's just another great tool the community's come up with.
Yeah, so this is a Google Sheet. I don't have to link to it. Does anyone? Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm gonna share that in the chat. There you go. That's a link to it.
Is this one a Google Sheet or is it actually a download?
It only says make a copy by going to Google Sheets, and then the guide tells you how to use the calculator, which is rock data.
Yeah, I think you grab a sheet and then save your own.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I think it's a non-editable sheet.
Right, you just grab the formulas and stuff out of it, which is actually pretty neat.
Yeah, I like that because you're not putting anything on your computer that's reporting back any of your Star Citizen information.
Oh, like anybody would ever do that.
Well, I it's
2FA, everybody. 2FA. Use 2FA. Please do. Don't be stupid.
Yeah. On everything.
On everything.
3.
Yes.
Yep.
3FA if you can. That's right. Do a face print.
Exactly. Those are fakeable though, so.
Yeah, that's true. No, face print. We actually smash your head into your face.
Oh, right.
Nobody can match that. That's just terrifying.
So do I have to stop rolling my face against my keyboard? People might be able to use a keylogger to figure out what my face dimensions look like.
Well, if it's your head, then yes, because that's going to be an even key print every time.
Yeah.
My hair,
That's my best geeky dad joke of the week.
Oh God, moving right along.
All right, so the weekend was pretty uneventful. Monday came along, and as usual, we get the weekly This Week in Star Citizen post, which is always a good read to give you an idea of what has happened last week, as well as what is upcoming for this week. And on Friday, we got...
thanks for the Patreon
devs. We will be getting calling all
devs. One? I missed one.
Yeah, Stellarite for 5.
Hey, awesome. Thank you for that. Hey, 25.70. We're at 220 now even.
Awesome.
This is what our followers love to do.
Oh, some of you for that.
They love to even the numbers.
Starlet, nice one for the 5, and Solar Mute, awesome. That is a rename.
It's over our Star Runner.
Our Star Runner's right there.
Right there.
There it is. Okay.
You get a bonus. You get a bonus. Yellow.
Dragonfly.
I can't think of the damn name of it.
You're gonna both, or we're gonna have two separate ones.
You have Rice Maiden on. It's gonna be a Star.
Oh. How about
so
that?
You're giving away a Star Runner?
He's giving one away. I heard it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard too.
Rice Maiden is giving away a Star Runner.
And he's giving away. And he's giving me his model for the damn it, the stealth.
See, if I remember Prowler before you, can I?
Prowler, damn it, God! I'm looking at that turd on the screen and I can't think of it. Anyway.
Here, it's yours. You just have to grab it through the webcam.
Right very nice.
It looks like a Mustang.
Yeah, that's a Mustang, not the Prowler.
One thing is, Deceiverac said donating via Streamlabs makes me sub $5.99 a month. I think he's talking about that.
It's pro. You don't have to do pro. Yeah, don't do pro.
And don't do it. It's a waste. You get like a couple of things, but then they charge it, and it's super hard to get out of.
You don't even see how it doing it. It's
the only certain ones show up.
I got screwed over with that too.
Yeah, I got screwed over on it too, and it's my biggest pet peeve with Streamlabs is that stupid con thing they have going on. So Deceiverac, if you don't want that going, contact Shauzen. He's got a really good way. He's got some links on how to get out of that because he figured it out and then kind of helped the rest of us out of it. So sorry to volunteer your services there, Shauzen, but that's a service you're doing right
now. So
he needs work
I did
anyway.
this with. So I did this with my donation, and it was kind of weird that it didn't force me into the pro stuff. So it kind of tries to force you into the pro stuff by going, oh, you've donated so much. here's gifts, add a gift to your thing, and then it forces you into the pro. But the other thing was that if my username was too long, it forced me into pro as well. So I found that as long as you kept your username short and you just put the donation, it gave you the donation button and it didn't force you into pro. So
yeah, it's the user experience and the way that they kind of say, oh, put in a GIF. Sure, I'd like to put in a GIF. So then you do it. And then it doesn't tell you before, like when you said, oh, now you need.
It's actually when you check any of the options below. So there's a place you can do donate. Any of those options below, immediately try and enroll. That's why. I just did it, so that's what's actually happening. I'm gonna see.
Old Peculiar.
I'm gonna see if I can actually block that. Yeah, thanks to Old Peculiar, longtime follower. Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's a bit disingenuous when they're like, "Oh, you donated $20 plus. Here, add a GIF." It's like, no, you're not telling us the whole story. Where it's like, "Oh, you've unlocked the feature that you have
$60 a month, and then you can never get out of it."
We should check if there's a way we can opt out of that pro.
I've already looked at that, but I think I have an idea how to.
I think it's every individual who donates. I mean, they try to screw them over, literally.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
There ought to be some kind of huge campaign about that.
Yeah, we should really actively fight back on that. Okay, so on Monday we were talking about this week's Star Citizen. On Friday they spoke about how on Friday we're going to have a Calling All Devs, and then after that, Jaron, what happened
old format
here?
Calling All Devs,
which is exciting, right? Super exciting to have the old format.
Super. I mean, that's one of the most. Yeah, that's one of the most enjoyed shows that they've ever done. I'm super looking forward to it.
So I read the next article, the Citizen Spotlight on Space Gamer's 7 Views of the Carrack. This guy's artwork is so good.
Yeah, he's beautiful. Space Gamer takes. I mean, he's part of our community, and he takes some just really amazing photographs. He's
and the first one that they showcased there isn't even the best one as far as I'm concerned. Like, it's the most impactful, but. And it's very well done. He's got a keen eye and good timing for that. But if you would
design aspect, like this one, there's a certain. It's. I don't know how they do this stuff, but this is just amazing. Like when we had Huskaha on, that some of the stuff he was talking about was just like, even technically, it was like, and that is just amazing. But seeing a shot like this was probably my favorite. I mean, black and whiting, and then getting that perfect fade, that dark. It's just, man, that is so cool.
And in all honesty, I think this is like this is the tip of the iceberg, because if you're into photography like I am and you use the camera controls that are in game right now, they're pretty rudimentary, especially like the ability to control the depth of field, like shown in this photo.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know how they do that.
If they like massage that out and actually make the depth of field something that's more easily controllable and have the and they make it something that's more user friendly and produces better photos, we could be producing photos that put this to shame.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah,
and we just actually
hit the best screenshot generator.
The goal. So
yeah,
we can keep going. If we keep going, whatever we get, we figure out stuff to give away. So just so you guys know.
So Deceiver Act just threw in another $40, which, as you can see from the post there, Shadowkin says we're now giving away a Star Runner and a Dragonfly.
Yep, yeah, it's one pack. That's just how I have it. Sorry, you're getting it whether you like it or not.
So that's going to one person. Okay,
yep.
Nice. Cool.
And this is the corridor of
death. The Star Runner was separate from the Dragonfly.
No, because I have an old Dragonfly pack where I upgraded one of them on accident to the Star Runner, but I've got 3 other Star Runners in the other pack.
What pack is that?
Yeah, I thought Rice had a Star Runner he was giving away.
Oh
no, I don't have one in my pack. If I did, I'd give it away, but I don't have a Star Runner.
Oh, okay, all right, never
I got it. All right. Mr. Charlie feels like it's mine.
Basically what happened is I started drinking and was like, screw it, Star Runner is the giveaway of this stream, and we've done it.
Well, I can't say that's never happened here.
Shadow said that it wasn't one of his favorite ships. That's right.
Yes, right. So But I have 3
I got
others
confused.
in the UE Explorer pack. So, or is it? Wait, is it in the UE? It's in the UE Explorer pack, right? Because I got 3 of those. So I'm good.
I think so.
I think so too. So I'm good. Hanzo, thanks for the
sub,
sub.
Hanzo.
Hanzo, great name. Great name. No, but some really good shots in here. I'll show some of these right here.
Well, and that's one of the things about the Yacht Club Discord community that we built here over the past year is that so many people are into taking screenshots, and if you look in the screenshots channel in our Discord, just every day, I mean, there's just amazing.
You can't keep up with
photographs that people are taking. Yeah, you really can't keep up, and just seeing how people take photographs. And you learn, and people talk to each other, and we're all trying to help each other take better photographs. And we're primarily built around a community of filthy casuals that we like to go around and just explore and take pictures and have shenanigans and just have a good time.
That's right. Yeah. So I mean, there's some really great shots in here. This I thought was really neat because it looked like an eyeball. It looked like an eyeball. It's about to murder you.
Oh, it's a great shot.
And then then you got like this is a great, just it's like kind of cinematic, which is also what the next one is. I can't download. But yeah,
it's really great framing of things. Just really well done.
It is very well done. Yeah.
It should be
with a picture like that. You can almost
on the turrets.
You can almost imagine like the Carrack floating in orbit, like in motion, when you see a picture like this.
Well, we proved that orbital physics actually exists, which is very cool. So yes, you could do that.
in rare cases. And another thing that Mystic had actually started a screenshot challenge on Twitter was four for a story. So take 4 screenshots and create a story around them, which is really
nice.
Cool. A lot of people were coming up with
I missed that.
Fun stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
So my 4 screenshots will be at all 4 major bars, and it'll be basically every night of my life.
And that's a great
I win because it's based on originality, and that's about as original as it gets.
I guess we should point that out too, because Mystic Star is one of our great
she's the screenshot queen
members. She's an awesome member, and I absolutely love the idea. So just to explain it very quickly, you take 4 pictures, you put them into a grid, which is basically a story of anything you've done in the verse, and it's a little snapshot in time of a story, and you can have fun with it and put a caption in there, I think, and kind of say it's fun. So if you want to join in on that, that's just one of the cool things we do in the Star Citizen Discord, especially during coronavirus times. If you don't have a job, you should be looking for a job.
Look at that. Look at that. So I got renamed. Deceiver Act renamed me.
It's a good time.
So Deceiver Act renamed me. But the best thing is he nailed the exact character limit to actually fit. If you guys known from a previous, about a couple months ago, before I rebuilt the entire stream, our names could only be like 12 characters, but now they're like 20 plus. So, good job, sir. Well done, Commander Sippy Shot is here to help out. Thank you. Anyway, moving right along.
Nicely done. Thanks for the follow, Pac-Man. Glad you're enjoying the content, buddy.
Hey, Mystic, do you have a link to that, what we were just talking about? If you do, send it, put it in the chat so we can...
Yeah, I'm grabbing a couple of these from Mystic and a couple of others.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm gonna share that.
Post in the show
or in the
show channel.
Skippy's shot.
There's one.
More like Slippy shot. No, that doesn't work either. Anyway.
All right, so moving on to Tuesday. So yesterday, we had a lore piece called Instrument of Surrender, Part 3. For our lore pieces, of course, we take it away to Dr. Murray to give us an update.
Since I haven't read the first 2, I didn't read the third one either.
We always get in.
It was kind of like, I've come so far.
Well, I think we need to get an emote up for Doc, which is
let's revert back to what we were just talking about. This is
job.
So you So am I correct here, Mystic? You tag the SC4 story.
4-4
right?
story.
Okay. Yep. So we'll put this. Actually, I'll put this right here so you guys can see it in the Discord if we haven't already. I see Ben Lesnick. Where do you see Ben Lesnick? Oh, Ben Lesnick.
Down
yeah,
there
there it is.
Twitter,
Yeah.
on the Twitters.
Yeah. I like that Coke bottle body. Nice. Yeah. So that's the screenshot challenge we were just talking about, which Mystic is running on Twitter. So
there's just a little description there. Hauling freight, a thankless and hard slogging job made more enjoyable when you experience it with a friend, and then pictures of the
very cool
of the adventure, and
the
then
maps.
I had another one there from Captain Nemo.
Yeah.
After that.
So could we just point out that the tweet below that I saw earlier today is STL Youngblood's javelin that he got from referrals.
Oh, that's right.
Let's just put a clap together for that, because that's a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, he's actually been counting down all week. I'm in his Discord, and like this morning he says like, we're one away.
Nice.
Yeah,
I think I'll start that on my show, and probably in 67 years I'll get there.
Most likely you'll get there, and just before you get it, they'll stop the program.
Right, exactly. That's
exactly it again.
Just
congrats to STL, man. That's
yeah,
fantastic.
very cool. So there's
really
a few. What is this? War never changes, but you always have a choice. Some might call us deserters, but this is our verse. A verse of stars and planets, the beauty of space. We exist without skin color, nationality, or prejudices. We are Star Citizen explorers, and this is our manifesto. Somebody tell me where that came from.
Nice one, Nemo. Great one.
Anyone? Yeah. This was my life back when I was a kid. It comes from Hackers, which is obviously a terrible movie for the call out, but it was my life.
Your mouth.
Shut your
Hackers
mouth.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Hackers was amazing. Angelina Jolie was in that.
Oh yeah.
And has never looked better.
Well,
except for in Geely.
Yeah. So Starlet was asking how to find the crashed javelin, and I think two exist now, because there was one on Daymar, and then I thought I saw something where they added another crashed javelin. Someone might know something more.
Oh man, here we go, theory crafting.
There's a new location on Daymar, and so I'm not sure if they just moved it or if they added another one. Doc, you're shaking your head. Are
you don't just crash another javelin or move the remains.
It's on Daymar. They had to move it because they changed what Daymar looked like, so it had to be
Planetech V4.
Yeah, because it kind of like when they just updated the Planetech V4 and they didn't move it, it was kind of spawned into the side of a mountain. It's kind of lame, so they had to move it.
That would make sense. Yeah,
so
there's
a
video on finding the crashed javelin in 3.8.
Yeah, you could just Google that and find a million guys.
Yeah, it makes it real easy. We actually did that on my stream a couple of months ago.
The new one?
Yeah, the new one.
Oh, okay, cool. Does it look any better?
Yeah.
This new model?
Gin and tonic.
There's a little more stuff and a little bit more of the wreck there. So and it's different. It's worth a visit. You should definitely do that.
Very nice. We'll have to do that.
It's very worth a visit, because if you take a Cyclone with you, it's like ramp heaven. So you can just basically start doing stunts off of the direct jet.
I feel a screenshot contest coming on.
Yeah.
So it says I must visit and sit there in the sand holding a lone steering wheel and making buzzing noise.
So
that's what'll be happening after you crash your Cyclone.
All right, so on Tuesday, then we had one of the new devs at CIG put out a comment talking about VR in Star Citizen. If you haven't had a chance to read it, it's pretty good. Really just talking about what the options are for VR and how excited he is, and a lot of the CIG members to actually get VR into the game. He doesn't make any promises, but he basically says that there's a lot of people excited to do it, and he's got confidence that at some point in time we'll be able to put CIG will put that into play. But he talks a little bit about the challenges of making it happen. And of course, it's really topical because the way that Half-Life Alyx has incorporated IK, so inverse kinematics. So that's one of the challenges, as well as teleporting, which is the standard way of moving around in a VR world. We don't want to have that. So he talks about if there's ways that we can get around some of the less immersive VR behaviors.
Please
mechanics,
put the game out first and then do VR, please. Because there's some of us who
totally
can give
agree.
a rat's
totally
ass
agree.
about it.
I totally agree.
Because it'll never be good
Rice
enough.
Maiden, what do you think about VR?
So I'm a big fan of VR. I've only had a very limited experience with it. I've used an HTC Vive before, and I thought it was great. But obviously, the Vive is as great as it was and is forward in technology as it has been. It has its limitations. It definitely goes to show you kind of the limits of what the technology display-wise at the time was for VR. A lot of the screen door effect, the perspective isn't very wide. Things that we're trying to make better for the future. I haven't had the chance to use one of the Valve Index. I think's the new one. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I haven't had a chance to try it yet. So I'm looking forward to it. I think that if you've just played Star Citizen, like just sitting at a computer like most players do, I honestly recommend you go check out. I always forget his name, but there's a guy that does these videos where he's flying the ships as close to the ground as he can, and he's doing flips and flying with other people in formation. But he's using track IR with it, and so. I mean, just adding track IR to your play experience adds a whole nother level.
An entirely different experience.
Yeah,
VR is not track IR. I use track IR a lot in racing.
Crazy good.
I get that. I get that track IR is not the VR experience, but for a person that just sits in front of their computer and goes, "Oh, I'm playing Star Citizen. This is how the game is," without having to go invest in a VR set. Go watch a video of somebody playing track IR and playing Star Citizen well, and you're like, oh, this is an entirely different level of immersion in the game than I am used to. And it's awesome.
Yeah.
But then you go, okay, this is like blowing my mind. Now if I had VR, think about how much your mind would be blown on top of that. Because think about running through Port Olisar and just randomly standing in an airlock and looking up and being like, oh, that's a ceiling that I've never seen before. It's this crazy amount of immersion that your mind can't fathom until you experience it for the first time. And I think that at least at this point, track IR or using head tracking with the FOIP stuff in game now is a great way to start experiencing that and go, there is a very bright future for this kind of technology in this game.
So the guy you were referring to that does that low level proximity flying, that's just incredible. Solar Mute and Neptunus TV confirmed that's Tirada. So
yes.
He does some amazing stuff. And then also we have Director Gunner in chat as well. And if you guys don't know Director Gunner, he is one of the guys that does a lot of cosplay at the Star Citizen. Does some amazing work.
Epic cosplay. In fact, I think
I got the chance to see his work at CitizenCon 2018, and him and Solar Mute and Astrojack and a couple of other guys are doing some amazing stuff. So fantastic, guys! Keep that up. You are massive contributors to the community, and even CIG is recognizing and creating now a format for you guys at the show. Absolutely fantastic.
2949. That was a great
good work.
Yeah, that was a great way of going about that. That was really awesome. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. Okay. So the dev comment, we've done that. Okay. So coming back to today. So there hasn't been a lot of news in Star Citizen the last little while for obvious reasons. But inside Star Citizen, we got a sneak peek there. You want to pull that up for us? And we need audio on this one.
Okay. Give me a second. This one's a little bit tricky. With audio, huh? All right.
With audio.
All right, here we go. Everyone shut up.
What are we doing?
Shutting up.
Oh, okay.
Or it's just not going to play. There we go.
This week on
Can we
Inside
do
Star
that?
Citizen, we take a look at the new weapon attachment UI, which makes attaching attachments to weapons easier than ever before, and we have an in-depth tour of the new Babbage Landing Zone inside Star Citizen this Thursday on YouTube.
Ooh, indeed. Thank you for that big old DLC player. Why doesn't somebody just post that on a YouTube or something? Why does it have to be a download of an MP4? Okay, I'm done.
I wholeheartedly agree with you.
And I have harassed Disco on that so many times about it only coming out on Instagram, and then everybody else has to copy it over onto Reddit and then into Discord, and it's a huge pain in the ass. And he said, like, well, look, you guys are sharing it, aren't you? It's like, yeah, but it's a pain in the freaking ass.
Yeah. But to be really honest, all we have to do is take that image, upload it to YouTube to an unlisted channel, and use the link on the show.
Sounds so easy, though.
Not that hard. It takes time, but it's not that hard.
It's so easy.
All right. So, what else happened on Wednesday? We had the current contest the last contest was ran about St. Patrick's Day. The Limerick contest. We got 3 winners.
Don't have anything.
Who were those winners?
I don't have anything.
Line 116. Line 116.
There's a link there.
Yep.
Next to St. Patrick's Day.
You guys stuck that in.
No, it was there the whole time.
Nope, that's been in there.
Stuck that in because I do not have that.
Fail.
Nope, it's been there.
These guys like to just stick links in and try and screw me over. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I still love them. All right, here we go. This link was definitely not there. All right, read them off. Who's reading them off?
I will when they show up. Okay, so in third place, Nicalan won. So I guess I'll read.
What?
I'll read Nicalan. Ooh, it sounds like McAllen. McAllen, awesome. Okay, so one with his or her limerick, and it starts off with, "A round of Star Marine was once played, where many a bullet was sprayed. As they aimed for my head, I thought I was dead, but was saved by a lucky grenade." I like that. Yeah.
Rather crafty.
That's really good.
All right, Doc, you do the next one.
Alrighty. The weakest one?
The weakest one?
Yes.
Weakest. Oh, yeah, that is the weakest. It is the weakest one.
That's his
That's
name.
hilarious.
A nasty old pirate named Guido was torn by an eclipse torpedo. An outlaw brigade which jumped to his aid tried to catch me, but stealth was my credo.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, I actually like that one a lot.
I thought for sure the word libido would have come up in that.
Oh,
But
Now.
we might have to have some drunken yacht club versions of these. But all right, Jarn, give us the first place one, because this is about mining. So
I rented a mining prospector. Its scanner a resource detector, so I fractured a rock and it caused quite a shock. Lucky me, it had shields to protect.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. Nicely done, Canuck 2099.
those are actually pretty damn good. I mean,
really good.
I'm not shocked
Very
because the
creative,
community
yeah.
is amazingly creative. But yeah, those are pretty good.
Very creative.
Really nicely done. So what did they win?
Yeah, what did they win? Do we know?
It'll say it in the article.
Yeah, if I remember right, they won like the Fortuna Day sale stuff. So I think first place got a Phoenix Emerald, which is
Wow, that's nice.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go.
It's a nice prize.
So yeah, first place got the Constellation Phoenix Emerald. Second was the Kruger Archimedes, and I was second. Archimedes, Jade. Wait, Kruger Archimedes.
Yeah.
Jade? Is
I
that a
assume
special
that's
one?
the Emerald.
I don't
We don't
know.
know
It says Jade.
Jade? Was there a
Yeah.
skin or something that we don't know about?
I don't know.
They might
Because
have
I mean,
been-
they put that over
might
the
have been a
rover.
mistype.
They probably.
I
I bet you that's a mistype.
I just made a mistake.
But
I
that
don't
know. The rover is more expensive. Like the The Rover
Jade
is a
versus
$55
Emerald fight. Here we go.
You know what? I noticed that a lot of the time, though. The third place seems to be the one I'd rather have between first and second, or between second and third place all the time. Like this is like the third contest where I've said,
They're
yeah, I'd
really
rather
just
get
seeing
third
if
than
anyone's paying attention, and nobody's really paying attention.
So the question, however, is though, what is the usefulness? So in my mind, you're going to use an Archimedes more than you're going to use an Ursa Rover, despite the fact that the Ursa Rover costs more. So
I
How?
disagree.
that kind of
How would you
think the
use an
Rover
Archimedes?
needs more.
What the hell is an Archimedes even used for? Other than just zipping
It
around
goes
being
in
a
the
pain in the
back
ass.
of one of those
Of a
Connies, and that's
or-
about it.
Well, a Phoenix.
I don't
goes in the
know.
back of the Phoenix.
Like, what are you going to use it for?
Pod
Like,
racing.
as
Yeah, that's a good
aircraft?
point.
It has no jump drive. And it has no quantum drive.
It's got size 1 guns on it. It's not a fighting snub.
Well-
Most members of this community own a Carrack, so therefore they're all going to put them in their.
But
Yeah,
still,
but
I mean,
I
it's
would
nearly
use
worth
Pisces
it.
instead of
I
a-
prefer
It's
Pisces.
not a good fighter. It has no jump drive. It basically is just a fast little
It's a
runabout.
racing ship. Yeah,
No,
that's
it's
all
not
it
a
is.
good
very
fighter.
short. It's a very short range runabout.
I like how Bearded
Uh,
Wolf says the Archimedes has better lights than the Mole. That's funny.
Thank you, Mystic.
It's really funny if it's true.
No, they're super fun to fly. Don't get me wrong. I love zipping around in them. I mean, they're
what it was
basically
meant for, an LTI token.
yes, exactly. It's the Shelby Cobra of the Star Citizen universe. So that's why I like it.
Something I'd like to point out that kind of confused me was that CIG said the Archimedes Emerald is coming in 3.9.1. Like that
Maybe.
kind of so that kind
Actually,
of was weird.
well, it wasn't quite done, but Zylo
What's
was in
not
the
done?
stream last week and said that I don't think they started it yet. It was kind of probably one of those things thrown together at the last minute. But he said that they're trying really hard to get it into 3.9. So he's not guaranteeing it, but he's going to
Whoa.
try. And
Holy
crap,
shit!
Wait, what?
Thanks,
Neptune is TV. All right, raise a glass, guys.
Holy
Raise a glass.
cow.
Awesome.
Raise a glass.
Wow.
Thank you so much. That is amazing.
Wow.
All of you people get to get
Wow.
some massive sub hype.
How many is
That
that?
is amazing.
20.
20, man. That is a new record.
Wow.
That is a
Holy
new,
smoke! That's wow.
new
Wow.
record.
And then-
Thank you,
That is
sir.
amazing.
Or
And
ma'am.
then we have a
Ma'am.
new sub
To
as
that.
well. Come in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
A
all
what?
the subs.
Yeah, it's
Guys.
they're all
Crazy.
gifted. I tip a sippy scotch to you, indeed. Thank you. So again,
Yeah.
all tips, subs, donations, all that stuff goes back to you guys. Again, it doesn't show up in that total because we wait for the payout. But when the payout happens, we just add it to that total. So definitely stick around because we're already giving away a Mercury Star Runner tonight. So with a complimentary Dragonfly Yellow. So there you go. Very nice. Thank you very much.
All with LTA.
Yep, 100%.
He's
We don't work
Neptune.
any other way on
Neptunus
that.
TV says. Neptunus
Everything
TV
always
says
does
you're
LTI.
welcome to the Star Citizen community, the best community by a long shot.
So
Amazing.
Best
we have actually only given away 2 ships that didn't have LTI, and I think we actually instead kept those 2 ships and gave away 2 ships in their stead that were LTI. So we've never given away a non-LTI ship. Shadowkin, is that right? Because I remember the Cutlass
thought we-
Red
I
that
thought we
Xylo
gave
gave
away a
away.
couple.
No, I'm pretty sure we never give. I mean,
We
that's-
gave away a colorless red too, so that was only 6 months.
No,
Really?
yeah, but we actually
Did I?
instead
we gave away like
Did I-
6 Cutlass Reds because 2 of them came from SIG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but those 2 that came from SIG that weren't LTI.
No, they were
We
LTI.
actually-
I have one.
Yeah,
they're
those were
LTI.
actually LTI.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
LTI.
perfect. So we've never given away a non-LTI ship.
I think we gave away an IAE ship once.
Well, that's 10
Oh.
years. Just might as
Yeah,
well be
that's
LTI.
True.
That's basically LTA.
If you can't afford insurance after
Well,
10 years of the game,
So
I don't know how long
are
you
we gonna
plan on
start
living,
the,
but 10 years is not LTI to me.
well, no, I'm saying if you can't afford LTI after 10 years of playing the game, then that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
yeah.
you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, should we give away something for a follower goal?
Yeah,
Should we
let's
reach
do
a
that.
follower goal of
Well,
1,400?
actually, let's already. You know what? I'm gonna give away a P72 just for that awesome sub bomb. So let's just do that really fast. Here we go, really fast. Really
Yeah,
fast.
the 890 we gave away had 10 years. You're right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Sub-hype giveaway. All right, we're gonna run this really fast. So here we go. Everybody, bang ship me, bang ship me, bang ship me, bang ship me. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to get in, and this is all just for the awesome sub bomb that we just got. This is coming out of my pocket, no big deal. P72 Emerald.
Yeah, what are we giving away?
P72 Emerald. So yeah, everybody get in real quick. I'm gonna end this in like 60 seconds. So bang ship me to get in, or exclamation point ship me for those non-technical people, which we still love.
Bang ship me is what the kids say.
Hey, you can't get in, Murray. I saw that skull line. You can't miss me. Removed from giveaway. Holy shit. Here we go. Yeah, we're tackling it up. 77 entries. Come on, everyone. Bang ship me quick. You got 60 seconds to get in. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Coming out of
only
my
40 seconds remaining. Keep it
only
coming.
40 seconds remaining. There we go. So yeah, no, super awesome to get sub bombs like that again. Those will come around actually really soon. I think I come in next week. So yeah, that will get added to that, and then give away some awesome shit. So 10 seconds. Let's just go 10. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, we're closing it out. Oh God, I missed the button. There we go, closing it out. And we got an extra second. Here we go, picking a winner. 90 entries. Deceiver won! Very nice. That's a proper giveaway right there.
Awesome.
Deceiver. Get a hold of me
Nice
in
one.
Discord. It's bang Discord. Get a hold. I mean, you're already in there, so get a hold of me. DM me. I'll get it to you here very soon. So actually, the Horton Hustle is going to be on with us next week for my birthday show.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh, it's your birthday next week.
Yeah.
So next week's awesome. We've got the big Patreon giveaway. We've got your birthday. We've got Horton Hustle showing up. That's gonna
Sippy
be
Scotch. Commander Sippy Scotch.
Commander Sippy Scotch.
Congratulations. Deceiver, get a hold of me. We will get you all squared away. So take it away, Captain Stimmy.
All right. So if we can get to a follower goal by the end of the show, which is coming up pretty soon here, I will give away something fun. I won't tell you what it is until we get to that, but I will give away something fun. So it's a mystery giveaway.
He'll clean it before he gives it to you. Okay, I'll worry.
That's right. I will get out the hand sanitizer and I'll ship it with a mask. How does that sound?
Nice.
A coronavirus-free.
Corona-free.
That's right.
But will there be toilet paper?
So let's show the not coronavirus, the Galactopedia update.
That's it. You're fired. Get out.
The Coronapedia.
Hey,
update.
Lucen. Thanks for the
sub,
sub.
Looselin.
Thanks
for the sub.
Yep,
Hey,
there we
thanks
go.
for the sub, Lucen.
Luclin.
Maybe it's Lucklin. I mean, it could be Lucklin.
Lucky Lynn?
It could be.
Lucklin?
Maybe
Lucy Lynn.
Lucy
Sounds like
Lynn.
Lucy Lee. Lucy Lou.
Ooh, Lucy Lou. Ooh. Anyway, moving right along.
So can you bring up the Galactopedia update, Shadow?
And up.
It's up. It's been up for a while.
It's already up.
Okay, it finally showed up for me because
He's in Canada, all right? Things are a little slower there.
Oh, okay.
All right, so this is your time, Joran. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I wanted to bring up that that Sherry's continually updating this, and if you're in the Discord, we've got the RSI updates, which is the Tracker SC that Crunch programmed, and every time anything new happens on the RSI website, we get a notification. So, and if there's new posts, there's new comm links, if there's new announcements, and occasionally we see these. So Sherry is continually adding to the Galactopedia, and if you click on anything in there, like the Vandul Kingship, so this is where all the deep lore information is about everything in the universe, and they're really getting it consolidated and really well organized here, which was very hard for people to find before. So this is essentially the encyclopedia of the universe, and
Nice.
they're continually updating this now. So a lot of people don't know how much deep lore there is behind everything.
Yeah, it's
and they've had
massive.
6 people writing for 8 years.
And if you have any
background on
questions
literally
about it,
everything.
you can ask Doc Murray. He knows every single piece that's in there.
Yeah.
Like, I bet you if I do Dr. Murray in here, it will find him.
and if you really want to know about lore, go check out Paul Shelley's The Astropub series for Galactic Historian, he calls it. He has he does pieces on the lore and runs through and does great explanations of them. For all of you out there like me that prefers a really nice ratio of pictures to words in the content you consume. Paul Shelley does an amazing job of that stuff. So check out the Astropub's YouTube channel, and of course his Twitch channel is a lot of fun too. So great guy, produces some great content. Okay, so now is the part of the show where we start diving into questions about our guest and to find out a little bit more about his models and what he does.
We really want to know.
No,
well, no. Okay, so let me preface this real quick because Stim and I had a great time. Rice Maiden, we had a little mini yacht club get together at Whistler up at Stim's awesome place that he has up there, and it was really cool to hang out with him. We actually learned a lot of really cool stuff because he games on a Mac, which is bullshit. But anyway, it was really neat because Shadow PC worked really well. It was just really cool to sit down, talk with some really cool stuff. Like Spectre was there, and I mean it was a really cool group. So it was good to have you there. And I've learned some interesting things about him. And I think I have. Wait, do we have the video? Oh, I have the video. Go ahead and carry on. I have a video to show.
Well, there was a video.
Yeah, there was a video already.
Oh, is this the video that I think it is?
Yes, it is definitely the video. The thing in the snow. What year?
Oh,
what
God.
month was that? I don't even remember what year and month that was. What was the date? What was the date? Because I've got so many.
January 18th? 18th through the 21st? It was like
it that 21st. Long ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, I have an album. Never mind. I have an album. Whistler 2019. Oh, 2020. Here we go. Okay, sorry. So this was a fun little.
Ooh, Jake
Gatsby.
Hey!
You're awesome.
Wow.
Awesome. Massive, as always. Here we go.
Nice
found it.
Gosh, we've got a great community.
Yeah, eh? Oh shit! Now I'm talking
very
like
generous.
Thanks, guys.
Generous.
Hey now.
Here
Shots fired.
Here we go.
Right,
so let's tell the story here real quick.
Pretend you can't get it. Oh yeah. Tim Cat.
Roll around to the snow.
There is a story with this. My family and I have rented cabins in a place in Oregon called Sun River for years, and we do it in the winter. And every cabin in Sun River has a hot tub with it, and so this what do you call it? This thing that we do is we do hot tub snow angels, which is you basically jump out of the hot tub, go make a snow angel in just swimming trunks, and then hop back in the hot tub. And not only does it suck, but the burn you feel after having bathed in snow for like 10 seconds is worse than anything, because you've had like a cold hand and put it under hot water and been like, oh, that sucks. No, this is like 10 times worse. Like it's an acquired taste. And but yeah, it's
you did it twice actually.
Because the first snow angel I did was not up to my standards, and so I had to do a second one.
Wait, I think
because I didn't get the leg tail area of the snow angel to work. So once I got that, I was like, okay, I'm done. This works.
Nice. Okay, so let's dive into more juicy goods about Rice Maiden. So
awesome.
Let's talk about your next ship model. So this comes from the website submitted by You Make Awesome Models. They ask, what is your next ship model going to be?
Awesome. So the next ship model is so I just finished the Terrapin. The Terrapin is probably the best model I've ever done, just in terms of a build. Like I spent way too much time doing it. I have a friend who builds models next to me. I give him a model just so he can build it and give me feedback on what I've done. And his comment to me was that the Terrapin was probably the best model I've ever done, and the model that he felt like you were actually building a ship versus just a model. So I take that as a huge compliment. I think it came out well. I don't have any photos of it uploaded yet, but I will soon. But currently, the model that I'm working on is the Idris M. It's in a, I would say it's, I actually don't know how far along it is. I'd say the exterior is probably 80% done at this point. It's a big model. I originally intended it to be 6 feet long because I have 6 feet tables at the house, and so I was like, well, I'm just going to build it to the size of the table, and it's probably going to be a giant inconvenience for myself when it's done. But that's how it kind of landed. And then recently, I forget the name. I should probably remember, but I don't. An org approached me and wanted me to build one for CitizenCon. So if all works out, if all the dots align and the T's are crossed, hopefully I'll be doing an Idris for one of the orgs at CitizenCon, and so I'll have my own, and then they'll have one, and I'll probably end up doing the long haul and transporting it down to LA because I'm in Oregon, so it's like a 16, 18-hour drive.
Holy crap! It's that far?
That's not bad.
I think it's like 16 hours.
Well, I guess it's like 8 to Frisco, and then it's probably another 6 or 8. I guess that's 16.
That's true. I'm about 8 hours away from 8 hours away from San Francisco, and then you have like a good chunk of California after that. So
yeah.
So but it's one of those things where it's like, hopefully if all the dots align and the T's are crossed, hopefully I'll be basically trucking a giant Idris down to CitizenCon for an org, and then
nice.
So the other thing on my mind was that, like, when I went to CitizenCon in 2016, amazing experience. I highly recommend everyone who can go to CitizenCon to go, because you are really not going to have a better time.
You will not be disappointed.
It's a lot of fun.
Exactly. But one of the things I did for that was I made a Kraken. So before we knew what the Kraken was, we knew that there was a Kraken, but we didn't know what it was. So I made a box that held 6 dragonflies, and I called it the Kraken. And I brought with me to CitizenCon 6 dragonflies yes. So 4 of them were intended for people that I knew and people that I were friends with, and one of them was Knight Rider, one of the mods at CIG. And then 2 of them were giveaways for Test Squadron. So there are 2 that were given away, and then 4 that I gave to specific members of the community that I was friends with. And so, but I brought 6, and it was an interesting experience going through security for CitizenCon in LA, or for Austin, and going, this is a box of things that I've brought, and let me open it all for you to show you that I'm not bringing anything in that's unwanted. And then and the great part was that I made it break downable, so once I gave all the 6 away, I could break the box down, put it in my backpack, and then I didn't have to deal with it for the rest of the day. But yeah, just a tons of fun. So, but what I was getting at was, for this CitizenCon, I've been going back and forth on what I want to do, because as long as the LA CitizenCon happens, coronavirus,
pending
pending coronavirus cancellation, I will be there, and I've thought long and hard about what I want to do. I've thought about doing my own cosplay armor. It's not something I've done in the past, but it's something I could do. The other thing I thought about, which has been a very high second place on my list, is I would build a second Idris and strap it to my back and just carry it around all day. So you'd basically see this guy with just an Idris strapped to his back, and he's just like, hey, how's it going? I like Star Citizen.
That would be pretty awesome.
And then so just as a quick aside, I was gonna put flaps in it so that it was actually double as a backpack, so I could get like goodies and trinkets and shove them in my Idris.
That's actually a good idea. You'd sell a lot of those.
All right,
Race Maiden bounty hunter armor confirmed.
Nice. Good. So during that, we had the reformed racists basically do a pyramid of cheers, which was kind of a neat thing to see. That was cool, going from like 1 up to 10 and then back down. Then Captain Nemo, or Starship Captain Nemo, said, "Wow, great graphics! Did they improve the Microtech?" Microtech to version 5, because you were showing the drone footage from our trip with Rice Maiden, and I was thinking,
the funny part about that was the funny part about that was after I'd landed, after I put my drone in and we're walking away, Rice Maiden's like, that was illegal, right? And I was like, thanks for the memo. That's why I was showing it.
So I find it absolutely hilarious that you did not see the sign, because
totally
the sign was big and it was prominent, and it was clearly like, after this point, drones are not allowed. And then you walk in there, you set up your drone, you fly it away, and then afterwards, people came walking in behind us, saw that you were flying the drone, and just didn't care.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I was showing it, because I thought it was hilarious.
Gain is way too high. Your gain is way
oh, sorry.
That's okay.
It's the opposite direction. I have the same mic. I did the same thing. I turned it all the way up instead of turning it all the way down. Yeah.
All right. I hope this is.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Better.
Cool. Thanks. It's just when we're all getting really loud, that's when it really starts to peak,
like I normally do. That's why I have to turn all my way down. I'm usually the loudest.
Yeah. All right, so we have another question coming in. So Rice Maiden, what are the major steps in model construction, and do you do all the modeling work from start to finish, including painting and any other detailed finishing?
So
that comes from Dad Jam, by the way.
So I end up doing all the steps myself, and just to kind of address it, I end up not painting any of my models. I'm very much a proponent of, I like the wood 3D printing dynamic that I have right now. That being said, I lost my train of thought on that question, but basically, I do it all myself. Kind of my workflow is that I'll typically take like the HoloViewer model that CIG has, and I'll load it into my 3D modeling program. And a lot of people ask me, do you use the model? What do you use the model? How do you use the model? So I take CIG's HoloViewer model, or the in-game model if the HoloViewer model is crap, and I basically use it as tracing paper. Now, I say that lightly because I use the model as kind of I build my model out of it, and overlaid on top of it is CIG's model. And I use that as a way to make sure that the model that I'm making adheres to the right proportions, to the right design language, to the right shape of CIG's model. Because obviously, it's not an easy task going from an in-game model to something that's made of layers of 1/8-inch wood and 3D printed parts. So I definitely, it's kind of my acquired art style, is being able to look at a model from CIG and go, how would I build this up out of wood and 3D printing? And it's evolved over the years, but it's very much my own style. But I do rely on CIG having those models in order for me to kind of make sure that what I'm presenting, when you look at it, when you see a model of mine and you go, oh, that's like wood and 3D printing, that to your eye, you're like, oh, that's a Saber Raven, or oh, that's an Anvil Hawk, as opposed to something that might be off, and you might be like, I don't know if that really matches what's in game.
Yeah, and that has to be really hard.
So we've got a lot of questions to get through, so hopefully we can push forward and get more into what we try and do, where we do these lightning rounds.
I can be fast.
Awesome. So start us off. Solar Mute asked a few weeks ago. We've got a couple of backlog questions I want to get to since Solar Mute's in channel here. So the question is, do you guys think this year's Squadron 42 push to beta will affect the PU development? I'm wondering if some of the hard scheduling decisions this year in regards to the PU roadmap relates to resources being focused on Squadron. As much as PU development is important, I've got to imagine that now that they're giving a rough deadline for beta, is it going to be all hands on deck? And this was asked actually early March, and I apologize for not getting to it until now. But I'm guessing that, we probably want to toss the coronavirus in there as well as a discussion point. But really, the focus is about, is this going to affect the PU development because of the focus on Squadron? Why don't we start with you,
No.
Bryce Maiden?
Oh yeah, just throw me under the bus.
Yep, do it.
I will be very interested to see what they present at CitizenCon, because I think that CIG has talked up this year as Squadron 42 is going to come out, and they've done it for a while. And I think that CIG is all hands on deck right now trying to get Squadron 42 finished. So I'm a big proponent of. I'm hoping CIG steps up to the plate and hits this one out of the park. And CitizenCon is going to be the place where they just knock it out of the park. They show us what they've done. They're like, we have a game here. And I don't really care if they go, it's not going to come out till Q1 of 2021. If they can go into CitizenCon, knock it out of the park and be like, we've got a game that's going to blow your expectations. I mean, they've done that before, but I mean, like, if they really come in and be like, we've got a game here that we're going to sell to people and they're going to be blown away by it. That's all I'm expecting, and that's all I want CIG to do. And I think if they can do that, that's just where the project should be.
Anybody else, Joran?
Yeah, well, I think there's two sides to that, and I'll try to keep it brief rather than going on too much of a monologue. But I think that yes, in some ways that some things are going to have to take a backseat to the priority of Squadron 42 development. Some of the game mechanics, some of those things, but also a lot of that is still waiting on other dependencies, and I don't think they're really slowing down anything. And so much of the persistent universe is in tandem and simultaneous with Squadron 42. The flight model, the FPS, the AI, the ships, the weapons, the components, implementing all the ship systems. So much of this stuff that's being developed for Squadron 42 is exactly the same in the PU, and then other teams that are working on things for the PU aren't necessary for Squadron 42. So like the planets and the locations and things like that. And so I don't think that it's really holding us back. Like a lot of people in the community say, like, oh, they're going so slow, there's nothing happening because everybody's working on Squadron 42. Like, they're ignoring all of the incredible amount of stuff that's coming out every freaking quarter, and those people piss me off.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. There's a large proponent of the community that's like, you guys need to be working on the persistent universe right now, and it's like, it's the same underlying framework. Any advance they make in Squadron 42 is going to be an advance in the PU. Now, I don't really care if we don't see that thing till 6 months later. It's progress. It's progress we're going to see. Be patient, and it'll pay dividends in the end.
I mean, okay, so let's take it to a technical aspect. SIG already runs like a normal a great IT company. They already know how to do this remotely. Moving to home is just like another day in the office. It's not, I don't really feel like it's going to affect hardly anything. So calm your tits, have a drink, and expect it when it was supposed to be out. I don't really think it's going to play anything. I really don't. No. Anyway.
I think that they've been planning this for a long time. I think that they're probably going to be on time with Squadron. Like anything, I think there'll probably end up being delays. I don't totally agree with Shadow on that. I think that the PU probably will suffer a little bit. That's just, I think we should expect that. I think it's healthy to expect that. Otherwise, you might be setting yourself up for some chest pains. You know what I'm saying? So with the coronavirus, like they're working really hard, but this is affecting everybody. So I think it would be a poor poor evaluation or poor expectations to not affect this, to not think this would have some effect at all. But what I love is the resolve that CIG has as they push forward to minimize any impact that's coming. So we'll see what ends up happening. Really great question, Solar Mute. And I think that, the fact that it ended up being delayed to today worked out to be fairly topical. Did you want to throw any bits in there, Dr. Murray?
Everything's kind of been said. I guess one thing hasn't been said. It's two separate teams working on the PU and Squadron 42. So their crunch doesn't mean shit for PU guys and vice versa. Some things that are getting done in Squadron 42 will be brought over to the PU, but I mean, there's not much effect one has on the other.
Well, we saw last year, teams moved from the PU over to Squadron 42 for a period of time.
Right. Like, well, I mean, that's not going to slow anything down. Like, that'll change.
Doc and I so agree on that.
Anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
I don't want to get into a massive debate on it, but
right.
It's good that we have diverging opinions. That's a good thing. We don't have to reach consensus every time.
We never do. Okay. Have you ever been on the show?
I think as just a parting comment, my opinion is that we have the PU now. Players are playing the PU. Players are experiencing the PU. Players are creating this evolving gameplay in the PU right now, regardless of bugs, regardless of issues. And Squadron 42 is this thing hanging in the cloud. And so, if the PU gets delayed, we still have a PU to play. We still have something to experience. We can't experience Squadron 42 until it comes out. And so getting that out sooner seems like a priority, seems like the best course of action.
Agreed.
Okay, so Cider Bob asked last week, one that we missed, do you think that people will be more hesitant to travel to next year's CitizenCon in Frankfurt?
No.
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 I'm trying to figure out where that question would come from.
That might be a coronavirus question.
Yeah, well, and people traveling this year have concerns, but by next year we should be well into whatever the new normal is.
Yeah, we'll all be dead.
Well
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Humans will adapt.
Okay, moving on to the next question. Tacodactyl asks, how big does a pilot have to be considered a space whale?
Reasonably plump.
Sloppy Floppy via Twitch asks, prison, how many people will have their friends try and break them out? Ooh, can we do a poll?
Oh, I'll totally break somebody out. I'll break somebody out just to try.
Get the community in on that.
Hey, Timbo! What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Sorry. I just haven't seen him forever. I haven't seen him forever.
Probably because he's might be working from home now.
Timble's a hardcore yacht clubber.
A couple months it seems like. But
good
no,
to see you,
cool.
man.
Yeah, let's get a poll up for that. That's actually a good question.
Yeah. So in the meanwhile, TS Forest via Twitch asks, once in jail, what do you do to get out? Just a real world timer? Or can you do some form of hard labor to pay your debt or some other creative options? And by the way, the poll is up, so go ahead and place your... I'm breaking in. I love it.
Damn it! Now I'm turned. Damn it! I'm gonna go. Yeah.
So we know that you're going to be able to you're going to be able to mine to gain merit points, which
that's not the only thing.
Towards your sentence time.
Yeah, they said there would be other things that you could do to gain merits, and the merits you can exchange for prison time. So yes, there is a method and multiple methods of lowering your prison time by doing work.
So what do you think those other creative things could be if we're to just try and think of a couple?
Well, let's debunk them right off the bat that somebody said, oh yeah, they're going to have kill contracts, and they're not going to do it. They're not.
Yeah,
Gonna do that.
Shiva guy, right?
They're not going to do
I'm not
that.
gonna say
If they do
word.
that, that's going to be
expression.
That's
That's
not
gonna
going to be actually put out by the prison to reduce your time. That
right.
could
It might be a
potentially increase
monetary
your rep.
contract.
Yeah, like
right.
if you can sell
Yeah.
your merits, right?
Oh, that's a
Then
good point,
that opens up all kinds of things, all kinds of potential like
Potentially, yeah.
contracts or underground activities.
Activities.
All right. Starlet SC via Twitch, love your name, by the way, asks, why is it called a tonk and not a tank? Who
I
wants to
answered
take
that
this one?
question.
Go ahead and answer it again because it's a good question.
But-
Yeah, answer it
All
again.
right, it's because there's
a lot of people don't know about it.
there's a CIG employee. He's still probably employed by CIG. I don't know, and he has a thick French accent. So when he says the word tank, it sounds like tonk. That's pretty much all of it.
And everybody absolutely loves
Everybody,
it, so-
everybody's a dick, and they make fun of it. So,
No, it was a beloved affectation.
Yes,
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with that. Yeah.
There's also
I think
there's also a
he
tonk
did
and roll
actually
tank.
move on. I saw on his Twitter.
Anyway.
yeah.
Okay. So it looks like overwhelmingly people will try and break out and have their friends break them out.
And very few will try and break in.
Very few.
Although I'm torn. I'm probably going to do both just to see if I can. So.
Yeah, I think if there's going to be contracts to get in order to kill someone that's in prison or transport, like, I don't know, Moby glasses into prison or an ability to make it so you can contact outside of prison or something. I don't know. There could be a lot of good stuff. Like cigarettes become the economy of a prison.
So I don't know if we saw it or not,
right
but Starlet actually did a $5 Patreon as well. I'm just catching up on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we did. I'm into
Oh
it.
yeah, sorry. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Starlet.
Okay, T.S. Forrest asks, are there plans to let players build hangars for their ships in the verse? Find a small, hard-to-find spot, start a building in a hangar, and make a base for yourself. Or they're groups of friends. Maybe allow buildings in unclaimed areas. So, yes, definitely. There are plans.
No, not at all.
They
There
said
are no
hangars,
there are
but
no
pads.
plans to build hangars. There are plans that you
At
will
this
be able
time.
to build a pad but not with the Pioneer. It's going to be like you build your base with the Pioneer, and then you special order somebody come in and build you a landing pad.
So maybe I'm projecting
the same
my
thing?
desires.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same thing though?
Project.
It's not a hangar.
A hangar is like what you have on Levski, where it's an actual underground enclosed animated thing. It's going to be much more simple.
Yeah, but if you could
more
spawn
like
anything
the
there.
outpost we have now.
If you can spawn something there like a Platinum Bay.
You won't be able to spawn things in the future. That is, the magical spawning is going to go away. And
Yeah.
it's like, never magical spawning.
Nailed it.
Grr.
There it is. Like, yeah, we do need that Jordan
There
trigger
you
remote,
go.
don't we?
You heard it here first. All of the opinions of the Yacht Club are definitely just straight from CIG directly.
Yes. They listen to the Silly Boat Show every week and go by everything.
They have confirmed that ships will be
Teleportation-
persistent. in the universe.
Teleportation
Where
confirmed
you
by
park
Jordan.
it is where it is. You
Hold
don't
on,
just magically. It's like
Let's
oh,
talk about
please,
this
just,
for a
like,
second. Let's
bring
talk about
around
this for a
my
second.
shipwreck.
So we know the last I remember the discussion was that capital ships or of a certain size would not despawn. So like your Hull E, you would pull it up to a shipyard and you would log out and your Hull E would stay. Right, like it's not going to despawn.
Do you know that the Hull E is
Idris
included in
won't
that list?
despawn, all that kind of stuff. But if you have, a max,
Do we know that the Idris is in that list? Because I thought it was larger ships. I think that the Idris was.
I think
What the hell's larger than an Idris other than maybe a Javelin and a Bengal?
any ship
Javelin?
they call like
Or Pioneer.
Javelin, the
it's for an org.
Kraken,
Any ship
Retribution.
is going to be
the whole
it's going to be
sea,
something that
or
really
the whole
only
sea,
an
the whole
org is
E.
supposed to
Okay,
have.
who
it.
asked this question?
not
Because
gonna
whoever
despawn
asked this
because-
question has to donate something.
Anyway, finish your thought about persistent ships.
Okay, so any of the ships that they've described, this is my theory. Any of the ships they've described as an org ship are ones that won't despawn, right? Because an org needs to protect an area, protect their ships, the fleet that they have produced, right? That's kind of what I see. So if you have like a Freelancer Max, a starter ship, we can't have these things showing up everywhere. They need to despawn or go into a bind culled hangar or something like that. So maybe we would end up getting landing pads that could have an elevator that take it down so that they can bind cull that, but it still occupies the space. I don't know. I guess with server-side OCS that might not be an issue.
Actually, Todd Pappy spoke specifically about hangars and habs, that their intent is for them to be real and existent and persistent, so that where you park your ship in a hangar and you get out and you go to your hab, they will always be there in the same place in the universe. And that's very strongly their intent. And with SSOCS and the nearly infinite amount of space that they have, there's no reason for them not to be able to do that. And they had talked about having your ships having to be transported to you, where you leave your ship is where it stays.
That's very exciting.
So the realism of this is what's exciting.
Yeah.
It's you don't just show up someplace and it's like, oh, which ship out of my fleet do I want? You push a button, and all of a sudden it just shows up magically out of somewhere.
I still want a space whale.
Dying of fire. There's not going to be space whales. Screw space whales.
Screw sandworms. I'm going to go all Paul Atreides on a space whale.
All right, next question.
I could imagine you for 3 seconds in a desert, Stim. I don't want to hear it. You'd be like, oh, look, the sun, and you just explode.
hey, when you have solar panels installed on your body, you're doing well. Okay, Stuart 1388 says, if you read the latest lore story, the Olympus that's mentioned, do you think that is a new capital ship tease? Okay, so we all have to just figure out if anyone on the panel actually read the lore post. That's the first step in this question.
Sure.
It is not a new tease. It's an old lore post.
Yeah. No, it's not an old lore post.
Well, it's volume 3.
Yeah, it's from Jump Point 4.6.
Oh, right.
4.6.
So
it was like
I just
3 years
assume
ago.
that it's like
not a new tease.
The name of an Idris or a Javelin or a Bingle or something like that. Ships have names. Like, not every name means it's a completely new class of ship.
We had this conversation earlier in Jump Club that, like, I think Timble had said, it's like, oh, there was a new lore post, and they were talking about batteries, which is something that's been mentioned off and on, and that's what I kind of keyed on, because, and this is a future mechanic with components that's coming that gets mentioned.
Batteries.
And I asked, well, when was the actual date of this written, so that anything in there is from that period in time. And every bit of information that we get is part of this 100,000 piece puzzle that we have to put into place. And since things change over time, and it's like, oh, if this is a brand new written lore post, that's when you get excited. It's like, oh, well, they just wrote something, and it might be tied to some new reveal coming out, which they have done at times. But if it's something that's been re-released from old, then you know that there's nothing new actually coming.
Yeah.
People love to read into stuff just because they don't have anything else better to do, especially now.
Thanks for the clarification there, Jordan. I think that that's good. I'm really looking forward to persistent ships, like totally and utterly persistent. And we really have to figure out in a Tetris kind of way where we're going to spawn our ships, where we're going to leave them, because we can't just leave them everywhere.
Well,
you can. You're just not going to want to.
Yeah,
they're going to stay there.
We're going to have our own personal hangars that we get to establish at some point, like on cities, on planets, on moons, in asteroid fields.
You can have a hangar in Orison, a hangar on Terra, a hangar on Cassell.
You got to pay for all.
You can have, and you'll be paying for those. And you'll have one ship here and one ship there and one ship there, and you decide, okay, well, it's like, well, I wish that I could fly my 890, but I left it in Cassell, and that's 3 systems that away, and I happen to be in my 600 and over here, and it's like, well, I fly my 600 over there to pick up my 890, and that's going to take 2 days, or that's going to be complicated.
I'd love to have like a giant asteroid where I could find a big crater in that asteroid where I could just put a bunch of hangars, like personal hangars.
That would
the
be
old
very
infinite hangar
cool.
where you could have all 50 of your ships in one gigantic endless hangar.
50? Who's got 50?
The plebs.
Why so few?
At least 200. I mean, the lower limit.
Why so few?
Which we're not all double legatus like you, Doc.
Okay, moving on to the next question.
Right along.
Neptunus TV asks via the website, I have a question. What would be the development of the temperatures and our conditions to it? Please, will we have seasons like that on Earth? Ooh, I hope so. I really hope so.
Maybe.
Well,
so like, I've not seen anything that indicates we're going to get seasons on planets
so much
in the Stanton system.
Yeah,
seasons.
There are different biomes on planets themselves, which are some are colder, some are hotter.
And an interesting data point did come out about in a dev comment either on Spectrum or Twitter or something where they were saying that, or maybe it was on one of the programs. So much information it's hard to keep track of. The temperature ranges do vary on many planets by latitude. So if you're closer to the North Pole, then that is actually colder than towards the equator. It's not that way on Microtech because of the terraforming accident. So, like, if you're at the North Pole, they're sure that it'll snow there.
So they fixed it by screwing it up. Is that what you're saying?
So
it was a
biomes are going to be preset.
So it's
it was a botched terraforming. So there's going to be pre-established biomes of temperature ranges, and there will be dynamic weather. But I don't think that we're going to see actual seasons change because that would cause too many things to have to change from fall and leaves falling.
Yeah.
Well, who knows, right? So Quinn says in chat, it's not that hard to do. You just need to change the biome state. So if you have a range in the biome states that go, through different seasons, we already have the coming in orbits for the different planets. All we then need is a tilted axis on some of the planets so that we could get seasons occurring, right?
Well, when we eventually get true orbits around the sun, like I said, I wouldn't say they won't do it.
It's a maybe. It's a very weak maybe.
Yeah, like I said, it's a maybe, but I've not seen anything said about it, so I wouldn't count on it.
No actual discussions, but it's certainly a possibility that I would not put past them because they've done far more complicated things already.
So Stellic says orbits. Who said we're getting orbits? That's something that
Stellic and I have talked about this.
Yeah. He's just trolling us. Okay, good.
No. Stellic and I have had this conversation quite a few times that introducing planetary orbits will make many things far more complicated.
It will, for sure.
And one of his points is that the mantis, as far as pulling people out of quantum en route from one destination to another when things are moving in orbit, will essentially not ever happen. And I think that the orbits are a far bigger part of the universe than one game mechanic of one ship that is only part of its function. I don't think it's that important.
Guys, all the physics are there for that. All the other stuff in game is there, so they could totally do seasons.
Oh yeah, but no, the thing is he's using one data point about one ship that came out to say, okay, well, why would they develop this ship?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Can pull ships out of quantum if planets. Honestly, I think they developed this without thinking about the other. And they're just going to have to work it in at some point. It's one of these things where they have so many moving parts that there's the bigger universe, and then there's ship development and game, and the people that are developing the universe may not necessarily be coordinating with, okay, well, how are we going to plan the math around this? And it's like maybe they'll just give it a bigger bubble, and you have a limited time where you can pull a ship out of quantum. Like, I mean, who's really going to sit around for 6 hours waiting to pull somebody out of quantum?
Yeah, somebody.
Hey, I have a thought on that. The only thing they'd have to do is say well, not the only thing, but perhaps with the Mantis, a ship that is tailor made for taking people out of quantum, perhaps you can say, okay, I want to park this space lane. So you could have autopilot that keeps you always, or maybe they'd gamify it, saying, you have to move your ship to stay in that spot, but you'd have some kind of mechanic in your ship with your sensors, your radar, to say, okay, you need to move in this pattern in order to stay in that space lane, right? So that you can burst that bubble.
I think that they'll increase the bubble beyond 20 kilometers, or whatever it is now. It's like it's going to have to be several thousands of kilometers, but within certain areas. Like okay, so if somebody's heading towards Hurston and somebody's parked in between, say, Microtech and Hurston, and they're both traveling in orbit in different areas. If you're parked in one area and for a few minutes, you turn on your bubble and you may snare a fish. It's basically, you're going to be like fishing. You're going to go into a spot in this space lane as these planets are moving, and you may have 20 or 30 minutes and see who pops out. You cast your net, see if somebody pops out. I don't see people really want to spend hours at that particular mechanic. I think it's going to be a lot. The Mantis is going to be much more used for quantum dampening, so that if somebody is intercepted in normal flight, they will be keeping that ship from jumping away from that interception. I think the quantum snare is a tiny mechanic.
But back to the original question, it's totally possible. They have everything in game already, or at least planned, that you can make.
I am 99.9% sure that we will have orbits. And they have said that they want to have orbits. Like
which granted will
nothing other than one tiny little mechanic with Mantis that would keep them from doing that. I don't think that it matters that much.
Next question.
So this one is via Twitch, and I think Doc Murray is the best one to take this one on. So it comes from Ozzy Atlas. The question is, are they going to bring in the self-land hangars in the city landing zones?
Yes.
Keep that trash away.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know if they'll be called self-land hangars. I know they won't look like they do right now because
crash dumps?
They're updating them and they're changing them.
Bad.
So by self-land hangars, he's referring to basically the self-land hangar we get. The starter hangar.
Where we all began.
Yeah.
Where we all began. Well,
most of us.
Most of us. I started with a friggin'
I started with a Revel in York hangar. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Yeah, all of those hangars are actually going away from what they said, and we're going to be transitioning to the new modular hangar system.
Okay.
That's supposed to spring up around the cities. So you might not have it in the landing zone. It might be in the city proper, some building you just go up to and fly into. But
there could be multiple landing zones.
Well, remember there's a bunch of different ones too.
Yeah. Actually, if you fly around and you look at the spaceport at Hurston, and there is dozens and dozens and dozens of hangars there that are not used. So they can easily add 300 hangars if they want. Or 500 if they want.
So I joined right after those big hangars that they had, where you could have a hangar for every ship.
New York.
Those connect. Yeah.
The massive ones.
That was cool. I mean, that was really cool. I like that. It's like me buying data center space. I go, I need these 3 racks, but I want you to keep these 6 this way and these 6 this way also open, because I know how things go. As soon as I saw that, it's immediately what I thought of. So yeah, I thought it was neat.
Wasn't that the reason the Grey Cat came about? Was because they had these modular hangars that were so large
you
that
can
people
drive.
needed something.
Yeah, it was the intention. Now we just climb rocks with them for some silly reason.
Yeah. We just drop them out of caterpillars as bombs.
Or drop them. Yeah, and they just don't seem to explode. Oh yeah, unless they're on the ice, and then they just randomly explode.
Exactly.
I missed
right along. It's 1 o'clock.
So, T Nightster, can we set up a poll real quick for the very last question? This one comes in from P. Gill. The last question is, please give your responses for how long prison terms should be. Now, they're asking per crime level, but let's put in, if you have a level 5 crime stat as a poll, what do we feel that should be? And T, come up with some times. Let's see what everybody else feels in the what's watching the show. But why don't we start with Rice Maiden? Rice Maiden, how long should the prison times be for the different crime stat levels?
I don't really know. I could honestly take a guess, but I think this is something that's going to have to be sussed out with gameplay and, something that's going to, give people 40 hours. And if Spectrum, burns the place down because 40 hours is too long, CIG probably will need to take a look at it. So that's a hard one because
they burn it anyway.
Yeah, they could give 8 hours.
Zero.
Spectrum will have a fit.
1 hour they're gonna pitch.
Yeah.
I don't have a good answer, and I'm not going to put my finger on something because people will come after me.
I will.
Yeah.
And I'll let them come after you anyway.
This poll's really interesting with the results so far.
Yep.
Yeah, really neat. Let's keep them coming, guys. Put in your vote. What do you think?
There's no vote for life.
So this is your timeout for being
life
a bad
imprisonment
citizen.
doesn't work, Shadow.
We're not
Sure
talking
does.
about the merit.
Go into
the
prison
merit
for life,
just the base
and you
time.
get killed.
So make
It's
sure
not
you
a
get in your
successful
votes.
rehabilitation.
If you don't know how to vote,
I
the
think
vote is in the top right-hand corner above the chat. There's a drop-down menu for that.
There's no rehabilitation for life. You're going to be in there for life.
like
Just
40.
I think 40 is winning.
shorten it.
Yeah, and Aaron Cussy says like 40 hours just if you wait around not doing anything in prison to lower it. So it's like if you do things, then you can actually bring that down. So if you just literally sitting there doing nothing.
It's really polarized with a lot of people saying 40 and a lot of people saying the lowest amount, which is 8.
Well,
And I think
This
that's
is
the difference
twofold.
between our pirates and our
yeah, but no.
caregivers.
Exactly. This is twofold because the crime system is bugged right now. So there's people that are not pirates that get fucked by pirates all the time that are saying 8 hours because they've gotten screwed by it. So
Yeah,
and then there's a
totally
complete
polarized.
opposite, which is the people like Joran who are not doing anything wrong, getting screwed by him, and wishing they stayed in there forever. So
Pretty much.
because the system is bugged right now. Now, when it works perfectly, which it never will, but let's say 99%, then yes, it should be there should be a severe penalty, and it should ratchet out by the level. So
I think we all know that it's not really going to be 40 hours, but just
No, it's not.
Emotionally it feels good. Moving right along.
Emotionally, it feels good.
Let's do our giveaway so we
giveaway.
can wrap.
All right, the giveaway is open.
We're an hour past docs.
Giveaway
So
is
what are we
open.
giving away? Shadowkin, you want to explain it?
It's open.
Well, no, I would love to, but no, it's actually just the Mercury Star Runner, which is not my favorite ship.
It's just
I've
the
said that-
Mercury Star
I
Runner.
said that 1,000
It's just
times.
the favorite ship everybody outside of
with a
Shadowkin
free black
and Jerry.
dragonfly. Not the yellow one. I thought I replaced it. So, but yes,
So it comes with the yellow one.
it comes with the black one. I replaced the yellow one.
You replaced
No.
the yellow one. The yellow one's the cool one.
I have like 14, man. All right, it's okay. Actually, no, I only have 2 left. I bought like 6 of those double packs.
I have like 12
Yeah,
of those in my bag.
I gave away quite a few.
Trying to find a
Just
home
Remember,
for
guys, in
one
order to
of them.
win, you have to be in the Discord.
Yep.
You have to be awake
Following
and paying attention
and
awake
awake.
to respond.
Have
You
a
need to
pulse.
following. So make sure you hit the follower goal. Make sure you hit follow, and then if we hit the follower goal, I'm also going to give away a surprise giveaway. But we got to hit that goal for that last one to happen.
All right, everybody, bang ship me. We're gonna leave this open for another 60 seconds.
Yep.
This is the end of the
Another
show.
minute.
Any closing argument, or just stupid shit you want to say, Rice Man? I love that. Do you want to give away any of your models? Oh,
Model
we did give away a. Look at that tip glass. Look at that tip glass. That is awesome.
So as much as I would
there.
like to do that, CIG would send the
Oh,
attack
that's right.
helicopters after me if I did that. So
Right.
Where's Xylo at? Come on. Let's see if we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah,
Not
that is
here
true.
someday.
Probably very good. We could probably can't we give away something that looks a lot like something that could be in
A picture of one of your models.
not
I
call
think-
it
I
that thing?
think even giving it away doesn't break the copyright. I think you'd be fine. If you
I
try
think
and sell
giving
them,
it
then
away.
they're gonna
Yeah, selling it is
then they're
different.
gonna come after you.
We're not giving you any money for
So I have explicit instructions to get permission even if I give something away. So regardless of whether or not, we can
You're
argue
gonna respect that?
legalities. Yeah, I'm going to respect it. That being said, I have no aversion to giving something away at a later date if we get things worked out behind the scenes. Whether or not I'm giving away an Anvil Hornet or some firewood starter, it's either or. It's the same thing at the end of the day.
thing,
but
Yeah. It would be a real shame to start a fire with it.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you that. All right, let's run
Let's
that
give it a
giveaway.
Oh, give it away. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. Everybody, get in.
Go, 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 go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, let's see who's gonna win. It's gonna be Die Hard 666. Are you still here? He is definitely.
Die Hard,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Oh. Yeah, he's there. Holy snap, he
Definitely
says.
there. Holy shiznit. I swear very late in the show. It's a normal thing. Don't get used. Just get used to it.
Shit isn't a swear word; it's an acronym.
That is true. That's very true.
What's the acronym
So yeah,
for?
congratulations. So
Door
get a
high
hold of
entry.
me, Die Hard. Jump in the
Nice,
Discord.
nice,
Obviously, you're in there. Get a hold of me, and I will get you your awesome, not loved by me, Mercury Star Runner.
That's an amazing ship. That's an amazing ship.
We don't
Okay,
even know.
so thanks guys for an awesome show. Thanks for everyone that tuned in to watch it and participated in the conversation and had a great time. I've been in isolation for what is it now? 14 plus almost 20 days, and I'm starting to go a little bit crazy, and I've got another week and a half to go. So and we're all kind of getting a little bit into isolation and trying to keep our distance. So right now, connecting online like this is really important. So thank you for choosing to share your time
Weekly
doing
Bar
that with us
Citizen.
tonight. Yeah, with your weekly bar
It's
citizen.
Team Citizen Jordan,
Bar
Dr.
Citizen.
Murray, optional guest, Rice Maiden, and Commander Sippy Scotch, which is so hard to say. Skippy
Especially when you're
Scotch.
sipping so much scotch.
No, that one. Yeah, that's probably why.
Thank you to our amazing mods for really making this show happen behind the scenes. T Nightster, I believe you're the one at the controls tonight. Thank you much for making the polls all work and for making sure that communication's going well, the questions and all of that. We really couldn't do this without you. Everyone's
Well, we
really
could. It just wouldn't be as good.
Okay, and finally, Rice Maiden, thanks for joining us. It was great to have you on the show. I've been wanting to have you on for such a long time, and there was a massive guest list right after Citizen Con. We were completely.
We're
booked
just
out for
getting
months,
through
so
it.
was awesome. Yeah, awesome to have you join us. We've got some great guests coming up. Who's our guest for next week?
Next week is the Horton Hustle. She's confirmed, so definitely tune in for
Awesome.
that. Brand new Star Citizen streamer, awesome to watch it. And then also Fluff Brawl is probably going to be the week after that. So definitely tune in. Yeah.
So great to see that happening. Rice Maiden, do you have a way anybody can reach you? I know you've got a Twitter account. Anything else?
That's about it. I have a website. It's ricemaiden.com. I'm currently going through it and kind of revamping it at the moment, but all my models are on there and pictures and all the goodies that I've done in the past. But otherwise, Twitter is probably the easiest way to get a hold of me since I spend too much time on there. So
especially now. It's probably the only word.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's happening on Twitter? Same thing.
All right.
Do we have a raid lined up? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Do we have it lined up? That's a good question.
We're ready to
Awesome.
go with Metal Storm 610.
Awesome. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have any questions between now and next show, feel free to throw them up via the website, or if the website's down, then save them for next show. If you're putting on an event, you probably shouldn't be. You should cancel it and decide to complete a cool project instead to share with us, so that we can share that with the community. Don't forget to, and if an online event that's also cool, tell us about it. We'd love to promote it. We'd love to
actually, that's what people should be doing. Yeah, people should be doing online virtual bar citizens. Get in your Discord.
Let us know.
There's over 70 different Discords.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, let us know. We'll try and promote them. Take pictures in game. Get them to us, because that's the same thing we do with the regular bar citizens. We go through all the pictures of all the meets.
Yep.
So Jordan, is that something
In-game
that's happening on Bar Citizen SC? Are they able to, like, how you're taking pictures now?
No, but what I was going to say is that there's over 70 different regional Discords around the world of people in all the states around the U.S., in Canada, in Europe, and this is really a great time for people to connect with people that are local to them. Like our Florida Discord is super active, and we're talking about things that are going on in different cities, different regulations, and what the governor's doing, what the different mayors are doing, what's going on with emergency services, with the grocery stores. Things like that. And that's something that, we're all online, but we're all in the real world, and we're citizens around the entire world. And Bar Citizen isn't just about meeting in the real world, which is great, but we have all these communities like the Yacht Club for people that get to meet up periodically and in the real world, and you could have an ongoing conversation every day about Star Citizen and about things that are local to you. I mean, if you're in England, if you're in Germany or Japan, or over 70 different places around the world, and this is a chance for people to connect with other citizens that are local to them and other Star Citizens, and more communities are better. So
100%.
Get together.
Absolutely.
So don't forget to follow us if you haven't done so already, so you can get notifications for when we go live next Wednesday, because we all forget things. And we'll be posting this to YouTube after the show. So if you know someone that you would like to see it, send it on. To be really honest, our YouTube doesn't get a lot of views simply because it's a long show to watch. But if you happen to have a good drive, download it in advance and watch it if you have nothing else to do. Consider nitro boosting the server. If you do that, that makes our audio a little bit better. And we will do our best to make sure that we have better audio quality in the future as we move. We had a couple of technical issues tonight. So we want to thank you for joining us and spending your time with us. And what we do at the end of every show is we raise our glasses, cheers everybody and our fallen. So thank you, everybody.
Cheers.
And raise up a glass just to say cheers. And let's pass on the raid and continue and have some awesome energy and say hi. Tell them where you come from.
Drop the bomb.
Let's have a great time. Cheers,
Drop
guys.
the bomb when you get there.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Good seeing you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Good night.
Somebody push the raid button. There we go. I was waiting for somebody else to do it. I'm looking at the button and I'm like, is somebody going to push it? Nope. Anyway, awesome.